All right. So, sorry for the delay, everyone. I ran into a laundry list of bullshit, right? Like, say, when there's 10 minutes to go. I had everything primed up. I had all my links. I had all this stuff that I wanted to talk about ready. I it was just way too much bullshit. First of all, I started just out of nowhere. You know, usually my heart condition is completely under control. Usually never even think about it. And then just out of nowhere, I started having palpitations. So I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. And then I just kind of like, you know, splash some water on my face. Let me chill out. Started to feel a little dizzy. And I think that's just because of my sinus infection. I'm like, that's fine. Whatever. I'll just sit down and be cool. My computer fucking crashes. And then when I reboot it, there's an update. And I was just like, oh, this is fantastic.
No, yo, it's Red Pill Black. She's hacking you. She saw the title of the stream, and she's not just. Can
you imagine? I obviously know that.
Alex Jones helping her. Hang on,
Alex, we got this for you. We got this. We got your back. Oh man. So hey, how's it going, everybody? So obviously, you can see that I'm here with Andywarski.
What's going on, everyone?
Yep, one of my good nibbas on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
One of the good guys. And yeah, so we're going to talk about the controversy. Everybody pretty much knows, kind of has an idea what the hell is going on. But I want to get my 2 cents because I haven't said anything. Now, I did do all right, let me pull this a little bit closer. I want to get intimate with you guys. All right, so I did do a on Twitch. I talked about it and I was playing Cuphead, but that was it was a little bit too hard to. You know, I did it before when I was talking about Thomas Smith, but that wasn't too hard. But I was really trying to articulate my thoughts, and it wasn't working out so well. So I didn't post the video because I didn't really like how it came out because I was just getting my ass handed to me in Cuphead because it was second to the last boss. And so what I want to do with Andy's made a few videos on Candace Owens, Red Pill Black, and I want to go through some of that stuff. But I want to kind of start from the beginning, especially for people that have kind of missed everything. For some people that are kind of like, wait, what the hell is going on? And kind of just start from the beginning. And so people can understand all the sides, what everybody's saying, and why there's like conspiracies on like multiple ends that are actually kind of springing up. There's people saying there's a conspiracy against Candace, but then at the same time, they're saying that Candace is making up conspiracies. And I actually see that from both. I see both things happening. So first thing I want to do is I want to say that the first time I thought I discovered Candace was through Dave Rubin. Now, I've heard of Red Pill Black. I've heard like all this buzzword. I heard it buzzing. And I was just like, oh, okay. But I honestly, I was like, well, dude, I have enough YouTube channels I subscribe to. I'm good. I was like, I'm good, just to be honest. And so I saw the Rubin report because I actually watched his stuff. And then I thought, okay, whatever. Didn't even cross my mind, Social Autopsy, hearing her talk about that. Did not even cross my mind. Knowing that was the doxing website. I had completely forgotten about it. And I knew about it because when I saw Jeff Holiday make a video. Jeff Holiday made a video about it. And then he also mentioned other people that made a video about Social Autopsy. And he mentioned Chris Reagan's video. So I clicked the link and I liked that fucking video. So like, I saw it, but I just don't even remember that shit. I was just like, oh, okay. So she's been around for a while, but then she claimed in Dave Rubin's interview, and maybe even before that was the moment around that Social Autopsy thing when Zoe Quinn was kind of trying to take her down, you know, allegedly. And that was the red pill moment. That was when she kind of realized how toxic these regressive liberals are acting, and she wanted no part of it. Now, did you, when you saw that in the Rubin report, did you think that was genuine? Did everything sound good to you? Did you watch that?
Oh, the Rubin report? Yeah. No, I did watch that, and I was like you. I had no idea. In fact, I had never even heard of Social Autopsy at all, and I did watch that Rubin. But like you, I was sort of like, I'm subbed to a lot of channels. Like I'm not about to follow someone new. Like I don't really care. I didn't really look too deep into it. When I heard like anti-bullying site, I mean, in theory, that sounds fantastic, but nothing crossed my mind as fishy because usually when there's an anti-SJW, you sort of agree with most of their points. So you sort of go, yeah, and benefit of the doubt, right? Comes. Yeah. And then how I figured the Social Autopsy thing out was I saw someone had sent me Tree of Logic's video. when I watched it, I was like, I had like chills. I was like, this is fucked, right? So I did some research on it. And then I saw Chris Ray Gun was like the first link on when I searched social autopsy. And I was like, 2016, what the hell? And then I started seeing that a lot of people made videos on her in the past and all that. So then I started looking deeper into it. And when I talked to Tree of Logic, which is rare because her and I have butted heads a lot in the past.
You don't have to tell me about that shit.
Yeah, in fact, she was saying, oh, like I hated you, but for now, let's just team up and see what's up and look deeper into this. Now, Tree of Logic, this was after my first video, right? So pretty much just talking about how the site was still up. And Candace's explanation for that was I didn't want to hide the fact that I had made that. So it's sort of like who like how she was made. And she keeps saying it was a splash page. It's not a real website. When Tree of Logic then privately told me that her docs was on that website. And like her name and where she lives and her picture and everything.
Did she have proof of that? I mean, like, you know, just like maybe
no, she didn't, because that's when so I'm just taking her word for it. But a Tree of Logic, once Candace figured out that she was doing this like piece on her and looking deeper into her past, and had asked Candace to remove the docs or the doxes, so she no one would find out that her docs was on that website, was when Candace didn't reply or anything, but removed the About Me and FAQ page, which then we were like, why not just delete the whole fucking website? Yeah. And then, so I was like, okay, the site's inactive, whatever. And then a lot of people started emailing me and DMing me all these backlinks. So I was able to actually find people's doxes and like their like faces. And the video I made today actually was me looking for people on that page for their Facebook profiles and making sure. And I actually had someone who I was talking to. I'm not going to mention names, but I was screen sharing at the exact same time. And we were both looking through all the Facebook profiles because we thought she may have made those up to sort of test the website, which I was hoping, but no, it was real people. And in fact, most of them were from Texas. That I just noticed. There was just one thing I noticed. And
I think she's from Texas, right?
Yeah, yes. So it was all from Texas, and the people had recently posted, so it was not like inactive Facebook profiles. And the one thing that we wanted to know was, first of all, why didn't you erase the video in the first place? And a lot of people's theories was for tax purposes. If she had made money using that website, erasing all the evidence of that would harm her taxes or something. She need like proof basically that the site existed. So we were like, well, at least deactivate the site. And then finally, after all the pressure we put on her, she finally did. Now, the thing that we're all talking about, like you were saying, is the big conspiracy. First, I want to say like real fast, people who are saying she's an SJW, you know, who's like a plant and she's hiding out and she's trying to fit, that we have no evidence on. So that I'm going to sort of dismiss for now, because the problem is if we make an accusation with no evidence, she can, and she has been defending that weak argument. We can only argue the facts and what we have, and then that she won't be able to talk about, which she hasn't been. And in the morning, she was talking about how it was a splash page, and boom, like my video today, we found all the doxes, we found them on Facebook. It was not a splash page. And even if she had just pulled in random people, you know, from Facebook to be part of this website, like, and they weren't trolls or whatever, or their stuff, she's still taking innocent people on Facebook and associating it with that website if the website had launched. And then another conspiracy was she's launching the website soon, which I heard from many people, but no evidence of that.
Where did that come from? Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, there's a lot of people just like mailing me. She was saying, and I guess what people thought was when they were putting in their emails, which did work on the website 2 days ago. So Jeff Holiday and Barbara put in their email. When you hit send and it sent you a confirmation back, it came back with where we will tell you when we launch the website. So
I see. I mean, but that could just be an
from
old
before.
bumper, that she just never got rid of. Because even
exactly.
I remember in my Patreon, I don't remember what it used to say, but I updated it, like saying when you become a patron of mine, it sends you an email, and it's like gratitude. It's thanking you and stuff. I don't remember what it said, but I remember it being really fucking cheesy. That's all I remember. So I changed it so it just sounded a little bit more sincere, because I didn't want to sound. I don't know how the hell. I don't really remember what it said before, but that could be something like that. But I want to back up a little bit, and I want to examine, like, say, why people possibly think that she's a shill, or she's a double agent, she's COINTELPRO or whatever the fuck. But I do want to examine that, and I also want to say that I understand some people's concerns of why. Now, like you already said, there's no evidence of that, and I completely agree with that. And one of the reasons why I haven't said anything yet, and why I was kind of on the fence about this, was the type of evidence that was coming out, especially like you said, like one of the first people you talked to was Trio Logic. And I've been seeing some stuff from people, and they're saying the same thing that happened to me with her. And they were saying the same thing. And even Candace said the same thing about her too on InfoWars, saying that I don't want to respond to her because I'm just giving her what she wants, which is drama and attention. And I had the same fucking thing happen to me. The same thing happened to me with her. So I was kind of like, when I was looking into this, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if, whatever Tree was saying about social autopsy I'm sure is 100% true. Now, I wasn't sure about the whole doxing thing and her docs being on there and everything, only because I had an experience where she accused me of trying to dox her, or she just kind of went out of her way on Twitter and left a fucking Twitter video was saying when she was trying to beef with me, and I just ignored it because I'm not interested in the fucking drama. She was just like, Derek, I know you're triggered and stuff and you're mad, but whatever you do, just please don't dox me. Like, I could not fucking believe it. I was just like, holy shit. Even my ex-girlfriend, who was not very fond of me, she fucking quote tweeted that shit and was like, this is some bullshit. Like, how could you say this about, like, I've never said anything that would ever suggest that I would dox anybody. So that shit pissed me the fuck off. Like, that was my, like, okay, we can never be cool. Like, I'll look past all of the drama and the fucking crying about all this shit and that she was trying to, I was like, I don't care about that shit anymore. But trying to even insinuate, like, insinuate that I was going to dox her was, I didn't even respond to it, and I wanted to so fucking badly, dude. But it was just like, whatever. But see, this is why I was getting a little conflicted with the stuff that was going on. And I also saw that she was beefing, like, she was going after Barbara. Barbara is my fucking homegirl, dude.
She's great.
And because, Barbara started talking to Red Pill Black, and was kind of undecisive, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was kind of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And so Tree went in hard on her. And she was like,
she's a little bit intense.
And I was like, I got 15-hour work days, man. Chill out. I'm trying to take care of my business. So I was still kind of like, what the hell's going on? But I'm glad that Barbara did that, because it really did show that there was just her explanations, not only on InfoWars, on the Rubin Report. Everything that she's been saying has not been enough. It's not been enough. How easy is it to just go, oh yeah, this was a doxing website, I fucked up, I'm sorry.
That's all I've been saying in my videos. If you just admit it, and now her saying that it was a splash page, I took that piece from Barbara, and I was talking to Barbara in the morning too, obviously politely. I was like, here's what I found. But it was Barbara's video was the thing that actually allowed me to find the link of all the archive stuff from Social Autopsy to find everyone's Facebook. I found everyone's docs because Dave Cullen, aka Computing Forever, wrote a comment that was the top comment, and then when you open up the show comments, like the replies rather, someone named Tomcat had linked. So if anyone wants to see that, you could hit that link from Tomcat on Computing Forever's comment on Barbara's video. Hit that link, you'll see the list, then search everyone on Facebook. You could find everyone's Facebook. So Barbara's video, like you said, And that I told Barbara, I'm like, it's fine. Like she was like a bit embarrassed, like, oh, maybe I didn't look too deep into this. I'm like, you didn't pick sides. You were just giving her a platform to talk on, which is completely fine. You should always be able to go on and defend yourself when people are accusing you of something. In fact, if she watches this or like any of my videos, I say, come on, Warski Live, we'll chat. I'm not gonna be a dick about it, nor do I think we should just go, all right, fuck, okay, she fucked up. That's it. No second chances, because we all fuck up. And I mean, hers was big, but again, if she did change, she was in that mindset back then, right? So therefore, it makes sense that she would have done something so stupid.
Yeah, and I want to say something as a disclaimer, because somebody even kind of brought it up, because they're saying that it wasn't a doxing website. That was just the end result. And to a certain extent, I agree with that, because I know that her heart was in the right place as far as I can tell. Which I think that there's something that I'm going to say this, and then I want to go back to like say why people are talking about the conspiracies or the theories is she seemed like she was coming from a good place, and she kept saying that it's anti-bullying, like she really wanted to do something about that. But it's like the way you're going about it is straight up doxing. So it's fucking wrong, dude. It's a bad thing. And the one thing that just so strange, and like you said, is you can clearly see that it is that. Like everybody, doesn't matter if you're a fan of her or not, you can see the end result of that website. And it's one of those things that if you are trying to be a rational person, it's so simple to just see that it's like, okay, that was wrong. Now, so that brings me to two things. Either she is very prideful and she doesn't want to admit that she's wrong, which is a huge possibility. There's a lot of people that are fucking
think that's my thing. Like what I've said, I'm like, she's probably so far in this lie that she's embarrassed now. If she had just been like made a fucking Twitter video or even a tweet, look, that site I made was horrible. I've deleted it. I understand the concerns. I've moved on from that. No one would care. It's the fact that it's almost like, how do we trust anything that you're saying at this point if you just keep lying about it?
Yes.
Not to mention, I don't know if you saw my video or any of the quote tweets I did recently. She's now calling it an anti-black thing. That what we're doing.
That was actually something I had.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I had
you have a format. My bad.
No, you're good. No, you're good. You're good. Because that was actually something that I had everything pulled up, right? If you're just joining me, guys, I was a little late because my computer crashed, and I had everything pulled up and set up nicely. I was actually I wanted to do a special stream on OBS. I wanted to do some different things. But then I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do the Google Hangouts, and then the thing crashed. It is the laundry list of problems. But this is fine because we can just talk about this. You guys know the information. But one thing I did want to do was pull up her Twitter. And I don't think she definitely, last time I checked, she didn't block me or anything because I haven't said anything about her. And I'm still not being a dick to her, because the only thing I have the issues that I have and the concerns I have is what everybody else has. Is okay, you've been caught in a lie, so why not address this? And I just saw recently she said that she's not going to address this stuff anymore.
Fair enough.
I'm using my trash laptop that doesn't even autocomplete. I'm trying to pull up her Twitter. I'm trying to pull up her account, and I can't even do it because it's just, hey, I'm gonna be dumb, I'm a fucking dumbass Asus or Asus laptop. That's all right. They're all right. I hope they're not listening. They're my sponsors. I'm kidding. No, okay. I'll pull it up in a second. But one thing I want to say before I go any further, I just want to say, Jennifer Compton, dude, $50. Come on, that's ridiculous. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, you deserve it, bro.
I appreciate that. I mean, I don't know. I need to do more. I got some stuff going on behind the scenes, guys. But so while I'm pulling up this Twitter, I'm gonna try to one thing I want to talk about is conspiracy, because I wanted to bring something up of because there's some people that are saying, oh, you're being a little bit people are being a little irrational about saying that she is she's the she's still a leftist, and she just infiltrated the conservative movement since they're growing so rapidly. Like Paul Joseph Watson likes to say, conservatism is the new counterculture. Like, you know, like he's so.
Well, the one funny thing is, what I want to tell everyone is like how she's talking about how we're trying to divide everyone. Bitch, I want people to be anti-SJW. Like, I'm on your side. Like, it's not like we're like, we have to stop her. No, what are you talking about? And as per conservative, I mean, that's her political ideology. Be what you want. That's fine. No one is talking about your ideology. No one's talking about your political leaning at all in this. We're discussing a site that you have been caught in a lie recently. Like, one of the biggest thing people keep messaging me is she already apologized for it. Yeah, but she kept the website up. We found people's doxes, and she didn't take them down until we all bitched about it. And now she has taken it down. And now she was lying, saying it was a splash page. But luckily, we have information and evidence that I've shown everyone that they were real people. Just be like, yeah, it sucked. Sorry. So that's the two biggest criticisms I hear of all of our criticism.
And on that note, I think that's why a lot of people are. There's a lot of people saying that she's a shill. She's doing this. And what I'm going to do is I want to go. I just want to go through a couple of examples of why I think some people are a little bit like they shouldn't have their defenses down. There's two things that I want to bring up. The first one I want to bring up, as you know very well, is Franchesca Ramsey. So Franchesca, she was trying to buddy with everybody. And I think maybe because she got pressure, from her community. We don't know what it was. But then she just did a 180, went back and was talking all that trash on her podcast, right?
And then I made a music video last week saying goodbye. I took a ship with Frandy on it and I burned it in the river and I sang a song. It was beautiful. I'm sure she loved that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
love bugging her.
I know, right? Still, like, she's like, you won't leave me alone, but hey, whatever. At this point, she doesn't deserve to be fucking harassed, but she deserves any criticism or any bullshit.
So, like, no, you know.
That was atrocious, man. What she tried to do, like, she tried, and she admitted in her podcast that she tried to control us. She tried to control the anti-SJW community or whatever. And I was like, oh, that was weird. And there's something else that I thought that was really strange, not from Franny, but this a long time ago, there was a guy named Michael Whaley. And he blew up on his video blew up on YouTube. And let me see if I can pull it up. He was basically ranting about, it was like an anti-Black Lives Matter rant, and it was about pro all lives matter, you know, the counter rah, rah. And yeah, as it sits right now, here, at least so I can show I'll show some of the people that are watching so they can at least see what I'm talking about and YouTube, of course. So if you look. Okay, let me go back to this page. But if you look right here, it's over 1 million, and it was very heartfelt. It would seem very serious. He actually made it onto, you know, Fox, and all these people wanted to talk to him. He's a Marine vet, and it was really nice. And then if you followed up on the guy. Right here, this video, it says, "Dear White America, thanks for being a part of my sociological experiment." And in the video, he talks about it was completely bullshit. And he was just trying to show you how easy it is to mimic those talking points. And then he starts like being pro Black Lives Matter and all this shit. And it was really strange to me that, because if you watch that video, the one that I first showed you, the message to the Black Lives Matter movement, if you watch it, it's hard to believe that isn't genuine, because it sounds completely fucking genuine. There's nothing that suggests to you that it's bullshit. And it's one of those things that what I'm saying is that it is entirely possible. It is entirely, I don't necessarily believe it, but it is entirely possible that she could be doing some shady shit. I don't necessarily believe it, but from seeing the concerns that people were bringing up, that how fast she blew up, if you actually watch some of her videos, because I started watching them because I started to get interested in all this stuff that's going on. And some of her videos, yeah, they're very basic things that I've we've all heard them before, but it's nice to hear them from a black conservative woman, and she's also attractive, and we that's a fucking factor. I mean, let's be real. I'll be real. I'll say that I enjoy if I saw an ugly girl versus a hot girl saying the same fucking thing. Which one do you think I'm gonna watch?
100%.
Which video do you think I'm gonna watch? Come on, let's be real.
I'll be self-aware with that. Definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick, dude. Everybody is in the fucking chat right now.
Everyone's in the chat.
Blaire Wise in the chat. How you doing? Base Mom is in the chat. I saw a bit of Brett. I saw a Roman Millennial.
What up, everyone? What's up, Roman?
Everybody's here, dude.
Malcolm come from the north at fucking $350.
Malcolm, what the? Malcolm, you can't be throwing this kind of money. Didn't you just like spend all your money in like fucking Cancun or some shit? Come on, man. I appreciate it.
I had him over my house once, actually.
I saw that. Didn't you guys stream like twice?
Once. But I want to have him back on, definitely. Oh. But actually, what you're saying right now, it's very like big possibility that she's a con artist. Sure, yeah. But what I think a theory that I think holds more water is she realized that being a social justice warrior wasn't a monetarily it wasn't good for money. I was fucking up my words here, sorry. So she realized no money, right? So she hides for 9 months and resurges as a conservative with all these very similar talking points to, like many people. I mean, like you said, you watch her videos and a lot of them are the same talking points that we've heard. And she's an attractive black female. She blew up quick. And I just think she's just going where the money is. She's somewhat intelligent in the sense of how to market her as a person, but she seems like a phony to me. That's what it seems more than like, you know what I mean? Because I don't picture that Francesca and all these SJWs are having meetings with her and they're like, all right, break. Now you go and come back to us with information. I just think she's doing this more for what will make her the most money. And then looking at her recent tweets where she's being a black victim. And then on the Alex Jones show saying, oh, we should have more women on this show. Like it's very reminiscent to what SJW talking points are. Yeah, it kind of shows you
that she hasn't totally just like 180'd as she's claiming.
100% not. And then her tweet was saying, oh, look, these people are calling me out. Oh, we all knew black women would have a difficult time.
Oh, it was like an uphill battle, right?
Uphill battle. And I was just like,
pull that shit up, dude.
4 months. 170,000 subscribers. What an uphill battle. Oh, man.
So Biggest Mikey, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like him, he's fucking pissed, dude.
Oh, really?
He's pissed because he's been around for a while. He's been doing his thing with this podcast, Biggest Mikey. You guys should check it out. And this dude, I think his name on Twitter now is what is it? Big Pill Black? And he's just like going on like, dude, like I've been putting in this work and then you just fucking pop up out of nowhere and all of a sudden you got over 100K. And I get it. I get it. If I were like a strictly black conservative, I'd be fucking mad too. I'd be like, hey, what's going on here?
Yo, bro. And the one thing I was like the reason I was extra angry like about all this was her accusing me, Dave, and Jeff. We're all a controlled opposition, that we were paid to make these videos. Now, technically, our Patreon and the YouTube fucking pennies you make off the video, yeah, we were paid, but she acts as if there is a group out there like George Soros is funding me. Yeah, like after all the shit I've said, now I'm like, oh, SJW money. I wish I was paid for saying this shit. Oh man,
that's the shit that that's the shit that that's the thing that really I think more than goddamn. Hold on, let me mute my phone. That's the thing with, like, that's probably the nail in the coffin thing that people are like, what the fuck is this? Not only because, like you said, I can see the whole pride thing. I can see that. I can see that people can be prideful and she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to admit that she's wrong. But I'm looking at, bro, okay, I'm looking at the chat right now on Failure. I sent her the link, okay? She has the link. Stop it, dude. I'm going to moderate you. I don't even know how to say that. Don't. My brain's dumb right now. Yeah, maybe we should get this. Maybe we should get this thing like full. We should get like everybody on. We should like everybody. We should just start like getting everybody on. And then we can just, and then we can be then we can also we can be accused of dogpiling.
May I just throw in some breaking news? Breaking news, everybody.
What do you got?
There is someone who I am chatting with via email who works in tech or whatever. And this person, we were looking at the website if it were actually closed down. So this person had messaged me about 10 minutes before we were alive and has now found the website still up on the back end. They went through the back end, and I am looking at a list of everyone's name and the direct URLs when they were added. These are real people's names. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are actual people, and they just showed me some pictures on how they did it. So this site is just parked. It's not actually down. And if she claims there was no database, in fact, here, I'm gonna send you this privately because I don't want to reveal who this person is, just so you could see.
Ooh, as soon as you show it to me, I'm gonna tell everybody.
Just Photoshop the edges real quick here. I don't want to be no doxing motherfucker because that would be really ironic. But just so everyone knows that the page is still parked, and I'm looking at a database from the back end right now, and I'll show you in a second. Anyway.
All right.
So,
hi guys.
Oh, hey, what up?
Blaire, what's going on?
Oh my God, I've been so pressed over this whole situation, and I'm moving because I couldn't make a video, but it's literally had me bugging. Like,
oh man, every time I make a video, like more people just email me more shit, and I'm like, yes. She has to answer. She has to answer.
She is such a fraud, and the fact that people believe, I mean, the shit she was tweeting today, she's like, a coordinated attack, a funded attack. I'm sorry, who is paying these anti-SJW YouTubers, some with like 20,000 subscribers, who is paying these people to like tell the truth about Red Pill Black? Like, what the fuck?
And she tweeted directly after my new video today, where I actually found everyone's docs on Facebook. She tweeted like 5 minutes after my video about the coordinated attack. So leftists attacked you when you started the website. So that was coordinated, right? And then now people are attacking you for the exact same reason, not politics, on the other side. And now that's coordinated. Who's coordinating the attack? The left, right, middle? Like, who the fuck? Like, makes no sense.
It gets better. So Richard Spencer, who obviously I'm not co-signing Richard Spencer, not a fan at all. Okay, at fucking all. But he was condemning her as well, and she started going off today about how he works for the feds. So now it's like, oh, the feds are coming after you too. Red Pill Black
because of a fucking website about apologizing for a website. And Derek, open up that the new DM that I just sent you.
Okay, I'll check it out. But like this right here, I'm just on it. Like, just look at some of the stuff that she's been saying, and it's just nuts. Like, she first of all, she said that she's not going to say anything else. She said, "Time to move on and leave the trolls to their bridges." I'm just like, oh yeah. Everybody that has questions and concerns, genuine questions, they're just trolls. That's it. That's it.
Let's really break it down. Like, she made a doxing website. Okay, that's like. There are no SJWs even bad enough to do that. That's like the worst of the worst, okay? So she did that. She got called out on it a year later after faking being conservative. And I'll say it, she's absolutely faking it. You can just fucking tell. I actually could tell before this even happened. I would see her videos and I'd be like, oh, wow, this bitch is really like playing the game. Like, she's just saying exactly what she knows she should say. And then, so then she lies about it, continues to lie. And now she's saying that people hate her because she's black. So she's against identity politics, but she thinks everyone's mad because she's a black conservative. And then now she's blocking people. She blocked me on Twitter. She blocked June on Twitter. She's such a mess. And the fact that anyone believes her is so sad. So sad.
Well, yeah. And also like I sent you, Blaire, as well, the back end of the website, and everyone's stuff is still there. But like the funny thing is how she's acting as if this is a giant shock. Why is everyone? Everyone's dogpiling on me. Well, yeah, there's the fucking reason we're doing. It's not like we're just like, oh, like basically make some shit up, bitch. And to everyone who's conservative or centrist or anti-SJW who are like, Andy, why are you revealing this stuff about her? Bitch, you fucking sane people who are like, why do you attack feminists all the time? And then I go, okay, maybe I'll aim at someone else who's doing some shitty stuff. Andy, why are you attacking one of our own? She's not one of my. I don't.
Bro,
vouch for fucking.
We've had that problem before. You know what I'm talking about. We've had that problem before. Just a few months ago, where it's just like you guys are cookie cutter, do the same fucking content all the time, and then it's like, hey, you on the right, you're fucking dumb. Stop being an extremist. You're being stupid. Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
It's so stupid. I could sit there on Twitter and call a million SJWs trash, which I have done in the past. That's like my thing, obviously. But then I call one based Black conservative trash, and everyone's like, you're doing it for attention, and you're being a drama queen, and this is high school. And it's like, guess what? It's the internet. It does turn into high school when you don't have the conversation. She won't talk to anyone. So people have to talk at her, and people have to have live streams talking about the situation, and she's not defending herself because she can't, because she's a fraud.
Well,
she's a fraud.
And also, let's put ourselves in her position. Let's say 3 years ago, I made a fucking website like that, and then it all came out right now. I'd go on a live stream immediately and talk about how shitty that was and how horrible of a person I was and try to remove all traces. I wouldn't be like, well, they're just attacking me because I'm a white guy.
You sound exactly. Let me just because those two things right there would put everything to rest if she would have just addressed that, admit that she fucked up and apologize, whatever. And then if she didn't say the stuff about controlled opposition or paid misinfo, like those two things just completely fucked and blew it up into this. Now everybody's hanging out on this fucking stream. You know what I mean?
You know why? Because this bitch is all up on InfoWars now, and she knows she has a new audience of people from InfoWars, and they love that shit. They want to believe that George Soros is funding everything. They want to believe that everyone's a plant.
I'm so glad you said that.
That's exactly what the fuck she's doing, because you know what? She's a fraud ass bitch, but she's not a dumb ass bitch. She really is like smart. She's really played the game, but you know what? It's just so sad. Like, she's not the only one either. Like, so many political commentators are just fucking actors at this point, especially the ones coming up now. You think of like Rage After Storm. Like, I'm sorry, that bitch was an actress. That bitch gave every line she thought she could, and she went too far. And then when people called her out on it, she deleted her account. That's not someone who believes in what they're saying. That's someone who was playing the game and then realized she couldn't play it that well and then gave up.
Yeah.
Red Pill Black is playing the game.
And what's the like here's my confusion. To me, there's black, there's white, and gray, right? There's like for sure that's wrong, for sure that's good, and for sure we don't know. Like, it could be an opinion. A doxing website, everyone can agree, is garbage. And the fact that it was still up with a database that exists to this day is the most obvious. There's no gray in that. There's admit that is garbage.
Right. There's just facts. Sometimes there's just facts.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Your fax machine, our old friend Onicia.
right. Dude, and oh my God. It's just like, I keep coming back to those. She's like such a joke. Like, who is paying these tiny YouTubers to make videos? It's so stupid.
Imagine George Soros. Like, I had an email from George. I'd make a video about that. I'd be like, yo, George Soros offered me money. That's a way bigger story.
And it also shows where her head's at. She's getting like some clout now, and she's like coming up in subscribers, and she thinks she's like the biggest deal, when in reality, no one's paying for anyone to expose a YouTuber with 150,000 subscribers. No one. Yeah. At the end of the day, she thinks she's like that bitch because of that, and that's cool, and everyone deserves to have a successful channel if that's what they're looking for. But I know where her head's at.
Also, the one thing I can't understand is the mere fact that she keeps saying that we're trying to destroy her to divide everyone and make everyone liberal or something. Well, hey, bitch, you're not the conservative heart. It's not like if you go, like, conservatism dies on YouTube.
I know. It's like she's parting the Red Sea of conservatism. This bitch thinks that she's fucking gonna change everything. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not. Especially not going on InfoWars, because let's keep it real. Like, after after she plays this circuit and she's going on InfoWars and doing her thing and all these like fringe, sites, where's she really gonna go after that? So this is all she has. The left's not gonna take her back. The right is, apparently some dumbass bitches are still believing her, but for the most part, I think people are seeing through it. So like, where are you gonna go now?
Well, and also like one thing, I know you were on his show recently. I'm not gonna talk shit. I like Dave Rubin, but his tweet that he just recently tweeted, I actually quote tweeted it, and I was like, Dave, are you like, is this guy like joking me? It is. I've spoken to @RedPillBlack, and she assures me that the site is down now and was never even built out in the first place. Everyone relax. And I quote tweet him like, I just posted a video showing me use her doxes to find Facebook profiles. Ruben, what you asked her and she assured you, and you're like, all right, fair enough. How about you do research?
That's what happens when you trust people. You think they have integrity. So then you take their word for it. And that's kind of what happened, because it's the same thing. Like, I don't want to say shit about Dave Rubin. I like his show, and I'm actually I'm going to be on it. So I don't want to not be on it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Just love you, Dave. You're the best.
He's a piece of shit. You were saying earlier, don't lie, Derek. You were saying, I'm just joking.
Oh, shit, we're live. So I thought it's strange because I saw the same thing happen. And one of the most disappointing things, and some people would probably say they're not surprised, was Paul Joseph Watson defending her. The way that he was defending her, it was so strange. First he said that the thing was like 4 years old or some shit, and he wrote an article about it.
What a random number! How do you get 4 years?
I think he was just trying. I think that's how
video about it last year.
He made a video about his audience, man. I almost feel like that's what he thinks of his audience. I can just say whatever, and they're just gonna think that it was so long ago, she's changed.
He said, do some research. I'm like, you did a video on her last year. You should know it's not 4 years because you did the video.
4 years is such a random number to pull out of your ass, too. Like, where did that come from? There's no explanation for where that number came from. That's the part that gets me is why 4 years? Why not like you just say like the past vaguely? Like, no, you have to say like 4 years. Like, what?
Even a couple years. Even a couple years would have been. That was a couple years ago. Just a throwaway.
Exactly. That would have even been more acceptable. But 4.
But then throwing it and do your research right after that.
Such a
embarrassing.
I think it's because I read that she's like gonna be like working in InfoWars now or something. Because so I think it's just like he's unconditionally supporting her because of that, which is like okay. It's like okay, that's like your gig or whatever. But at the same time, it makes you look bad. It really
that makes sense. That makes sense, and that's actually that could be a huge possibility because usually they don't just have in studio guests like they don't just usually just have them pop up out of nowhere. At least from what I've seen. The only thing times I've seen like I remember a long time ago there was this guy that was arguing with what was his name? 8 Skrillex. There was a guy arguing with 8 Skrillex. He had this scruffy beard, and all of a sudden after that he's working for InfoWars, and I saw some of his shit, and he's terrible. He's fucking terrible. Like a lot of his stuff is just off and wrong. And Armored Skeptic even pointed out like this guy's not a great reporter. I think he just got caught in the internet sensation, and they just gave him a job. And so it might be the same thing that she's sensation. I mean, come on, over 100K in like just a few months. Fuck, I wish.
Let's just say this. She absolutely belongs on InfoWars.
Yeah. Well,
that's where she should be.
So everyone knows on the newest video I did today, I put in the clip from InfoWars where she's with Alex Jones and they're chatting, and at one point like he literally offers her a job live on the air, and she accepts it live on the air. He's like, we should have you here reporting so we have like a female perspective, and she's like, yeah, we need more females on here. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you
Here's what's gross, honestly. Oh, my phone's ringing. That's probably the sushi, babe. What's gross about a lot of conservatives, honestly, is a lot of them are so desperate for like minorities to come out in support of like what they're doing that they see like this black woman, they just like fall head over heels. And it's like, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of black women conservatives. There's a lot of black conservatives. People are acting like it's so special, like, oh, a base black woman. Like, what?
Well, that makes like no sense with her tweet as well, saying we all knew it would be an uphill climb for being a black conservative. It's the opposite.
Yeah,
like people,
it's the
like
opposite.
they see a black person who's a conservative and go, "Holy shit!" Which is, you know, it's rare to see a someone speaking out the way she is, being a black female. Like it is more rare than, you know, a white guy or white female. So when we see black people like saying stuff like that, it's a little bit like more intense because you go, holy shit, see, even they see it or whatever and get popular. That's why she blew up so quick. That's
That's why
obvious.
she.
And honestly, I'm not completely like, you know, I have self-awareness. Okay, like part of like maybe the reason why I have a channel because people like the trans perspective and being more on the conservative side. But it's like for her, I don't understand how she can go on and on about identity politics. I hate identity politics. And the second she gets in hot water, it's I knew it would be hard being black and conservative. It's like, girl, you're
That's
such
very
a
suspicious.
hypocrite.
Yeah,
such
very
a hypocrite.
suspicious. Yeah.
Everything
No, absolutely.
Everything she's done, except for literally just the act of calling herself a conservative, has been an SJW tactic. She's blocked the people who criticize her. She made a doxing website. She pulls the race card. She is a complete SJW. The only thing different is that she doesn't call herself that. And people are so dumb. People are like, oh, she hates SJWs. Okay, but she is one. It's
Well,
so
I don't know if
stupid.
you saw like did you watch the full Rubin interview with her?
I didn't. I'm not sitting through that.
Okay, so
I'm not sitting through that.
I watched it.
I'm not sitting through it because from the second I saw her, I'm not even kidding, like a couple months ago, her little clips on Facebook or whatever, I was like, oh wow, that's like definitely an act. Like I just knew it. So I'm not watching her.
Well, I'd understand if she went, you know, I don't like social justice warriors anymore, but I'm still liberal. Like I'd understand that. But the thing is, when I was hearing the Rubin, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I was listening to a lot of her talking points, and a lot of them sounded very liberal to me. Like she's like, you know, I'm conservative, but I still believe this. I'm conservative, but I still believe this. And it was just like one after another. And I was like, are you conservative? Like, I'm like, do you even know like what conservative means?
Yeah, I bet if anyone sit there and really challenged her, like, what are the conservative principles you believe in? I bet all she could really say is free speech. That's all she could say. I bet you anything, because I'm sorry, a lot of people have political awakenings or they shift their politics. I did. I used to be much more liberal, but you don't go from one complete end of the binary to the other literally overnight. She literally described it as overnight. That's not me being hyperbolic. That's her saying one time on the interview that people like liberals were mean to her. The next day she woke up a conservative. Like, what?
Well, how do you change all your political ideology from just mean trolls on one certain side? Because if that were the case, there's a lot of mean trolls on the right that would make anyone turn left.
Yeah,
but that makes no sense.
I get criticized by like really far right people for being trans all the time. I don't wake up liberal because of it. Honestly, all the doxing websites aside, all the shady shit and the lying and the race card aside, I judge her just based on that. Just based on that, I woke up a conservative, because that's not real either. That's a lie. That's just a lie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's something that I want to bring up. Like, okay, so there's individuality. So there are some people that are probably they're political chameleons, and they do jump ship that quickly. Just like I know there's bandwagoning fans in sports. You know, their team sucks ass, and then they're just like, you know what? That team's dope. I'm on their thing. That's totally possible. It is a possibility, but it's less likely, especially if we use Occam's razor. It's more likely that she kind of could just be bullshitting people.
Here's why I think
we're using that way.
Here's why I think that's technically impossible, because conservatism and liberalism is a very broad set of ideas. You don't wake up converting every idea to the other side. That's just not something that's not human. Like, you just can't. So unless she literally doesn't know what conservative means, then she's literally just lying, saying that she's conservative. The only way she cannot be lying is if she doesn't know what it means.
Has anyone, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Kiwi Farms, right? It's like a website, like a forum. Well, someone just sent me a link, and here, let me link it to you guys. This is legitimately people in 2016 posting people's doxes on the site. Like, this is people print screened, and it's for anyone who wants to check it out. Here, I'll put it in the chat. It's way too fast, but kiwifarms.is/threads/Candace-Owens-redpillblack. And there's a lot of people posting all the stuff from the site, people's pictures, their addresses. You could just scroll down and see this shit. Here, I'll post it in the chat if someone wants to. I can't because it's a web address. I'm not a mod. But yeah, there's more evidence right there.
Not a mod? Oh, shit.
More evidence right there that, the site exists. It was up. It wasn't a splash page. She's sketchy. She's saying all this SJW stuff now. I wonder why we're all worried, at least worried. Everyone was fine to speculate when Lacey Green made her video. Everyone was fine to be like, well, is she? At least Lacey was honest about her feminist ideology still. This girl, the only reason no one is, or all these people don't want to question her is because she's saying she's conservative and she's on InfoWars. Why fucking question Lacey, who was admitting that she was still a feminist, and this girl who hates identity politics and is using it now, has a doxing website. She fucking did the worst thing out of any of the SJWs, I think.
Let's really also go over just how, because even if this bitch really was very remorseful, I would never forgive her, because let's talk about how just immoral that website really is. There are people in their countries who don't have freedom of speech, and they go to the internet to express their opinions because they could be jailed or worse by their government. She was putting those people at risk. She was putting kids at risk.
Yeah.
That's so gnarly. That's the worst thing.
I think there was a video of her from the Kickstarter when people were mailing her the concerns of, there are children on that website, so what the hell? She made a video and posted it. And I can't remember exactly. I think it was
a part of her campaign. She was wasn't she just addressing? Wasn't it a part of her campaign? She was just addressing the concerns.
And then she said something like, "Well, kids, everyone posts their things online, so you should be okay to have them their stuff online. Like everyone should be have the same standard, no matter how old they are, or some shit."
That's so dumb.
Am I right? Is that what she said?
Yeah. She was basically. It should be. Well, she essentially was wanting to indoctrinate them, to let them know from an early age, oh, don't fuck around on the internet, or because you're gonna have this scarlet letter for the rest of your life. It was kind of like one of those things.
Oh man, I'd be in jail.
I mean, fuck. Who? Right? I think a lot of people would. All right. So a few people were telling me and screaming, especially Base Mama, to read some of the super chats because some of them were relevant to you guys and what was going on. So I want to look at some of that. I'll leave the personal ones out, and then I'll read the ones. Okay, that one's not even. There's a lot of them just saying they love Blaire. I'll read them individually afterwards because I don't want to really stop the flow of the conversation. But I do want to say that.
Real quick, I'm gonna have to leave for 10 minets in about 10 minutes. I have to leave for about 15 minutes. If you're still gonna be on, I'll swing by back.
I might, because I could just throw other people on. I was thinking, I thought Barbara was gonna show up, but I don't know what happened. And I mean, there's roaming, it's there, Base Mama's there, Failure's there, bit of Brits there, but roaming millennial, say something in the chat, guys, if any of you guys want to kind of jump on. We'll see how things go.
And by the way, may I just say I'm so glad, because when I made my first video, I was so nervous because this wasn't low-hanging fruit. I was like, maybe I'm crazy, I'm gonna get this all wrong. So I spent 7 hours researching absolutely everything before I made the video. Thank God I'm not crazy. And it wasn't only me who saw this, because you know how sometimes you're I don't know if I should post this, and I was just I fucking knew it. I knew it.
I knew from the minute I saw her pop up that someday something was gonna come out, because it was so sketchy to me, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's shitting herself right now, and she should. All she has to do is pop on here and go, "Hey guys, yeah, the site was up. I'm sorry, I deleted it. I scrubbed as much possible as possible, and I won't do that again." We'd all be like, "All right, well, I guess that's it."
Well, Well, see, that is probably the most disappointing thing, especially if you guys for those of you just joining us. I was just on her Twitter page just a little while ago, and one of the latest ones saying that she's not going to say anything else about this, and then she essentially is calling everybody trolls. Like she's just going to let the trolls like be on their bridge or leave the trolls to their bridges. And that's one of those things that it's like, wow, even, the responses that she gave to Barbara, it was like a Q&A, and they weren't satisfying. At least it kind of let us know that she was really fortifying her position and that she's not going to back down from the bullshit. And so it's one of those things that I don't understand what she's trying to do. If she, just like you say, if she genuinely changed her mind, if she genuinely believes that she's red pilled, and I agree with Jeff Holiday, I fucking hate that term.
Me too. Really oh my god.
Like it's fucking, and then she says it all the time. Red pill black. That's a cute name though. It's all.
Yeah, it is a great name.
It's all strategic. It's a good, like the way especially talking to you, Blaire, because I was trying to say, you seem completely convinced that she's completely fraudulent. Right. I was saying that there's no definitive proof, so I can't just say that. I can't, because like even there is a possibility. There's a possibility that she's genuine about changing overnight, even though how improbable it seems. That's just kind of how I've been brought up about things. At least after I used to be kind of into conspiracy theories, like 7 years ago or something. And since then, I tiptoe around shit a lot more. At least I try to. Just because of that, where I was one of those fucking assholes that I used to have these lung problems. And then, of course, Alex Jones popped into my life, and he was like, "Hey, fucking chemtrails, it's the chemtrails." And I was like, you know what? They're spraying shit, and that's why I'm sick. And then, so so that was a long time ago. I'm cured, guys. I'm not crazy anymore, I swear.
Also, can I say, I saw someone in the chat say, you guys aren't giving her the chance to respond. First of all, Barbara's here.
Hey,
what up, Barbara?
What's up, Barbara?
Oh, hey.
And by the way, yeah, she did respond to Barbara, and then said it was a splash page.
Not only did she respond to Barbara, it's just that she specifically said she's not addressing this shit anymore. Look at her Twitter. It's like the last thing she said. She's had Bunty try to get her on his channel because he's doing his Bunty live thing. She's like, nope. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She's not into it at all, and that's frustrating. But
it's rage after storm all over again.
That's exactly.
If it was really as simple as she tries to make it out to be like, oh, everyone's trolling and it's this, that, and forth, then you could just shut it down so quickly. But the fact that you won't is why we're having this stream now. She won't shut it down. She could have shut me down so easily with a tweet if it was really the truth,
Or even shut us down, like what we're saying.
Like our talking points. She could have just refuted them and said, no, that's not true. Here's why. And she can just either say, like, you know what? Yeah, I was very prideful. That's why I didn't want to admit about this thing. Or she can just say, yeah, I'm fucking wrong. This turned out to be a doxing website, a doxing service. I fucked up. Please forgive me or something. And then I'd be like, all right, fair enough. Now, a lot of people may not forgive her after this whole aftermath, but a lot of people would probably leave her the fuck alone.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't forgive her per se, but I wouldn't be continuing to tweet about it or getting mad about it. But she keeps saying stupid shit. Like she keeps acting like this is some funded undercover ass thing, and it's just like hilarious that I have to keep talking about it. Like no one's funded to talk about this.
And Barbara, what do you think of that? What do you? Sorry, I just want. What do you think about her saying that? Her opposition is funded misinformation, like fucking George Soros is funding everybody to make videos on her.
Yeah, were you paid, Barbara? Be honest.
All right. I don't think. All right. What I think about is that all of this is very sudden for her and all of us. I don't. This allegations that this is funded from one source. I don't agree with that. I've talked to her a little more. This is like I showed up because there has been now even a lot of rumors that I'm paid to do this and that I am in on the project with her of social autopsy and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just like here to clear that up. And then my video was basically endorsing her and propaganda, political propaganda. Okay, fine. All right. Let's get this out the way. No, my video wasn't even monetized, you know? Fuck you. But
what?
I know she's in a lot of shock.
That shit, man. You better fucking monetize. What are you talking about?
The thing is, like, I think she's so new to this community or anything that she doesn't know that once a topic comes out, everybody's gonna do a video about it. So all of people coming at the same time might seem like it was an organized attack. I don't know what happened. I still don't fucking know all the answers. I looked at the screenshots and the that web page where you can save website, and I look at the screenshots that people were like screenshotting of like those people that were submitted. There were like some weird hashtags that I don't understand. I think there was a lot of like troll posting, and essentially I think the troll posting is what got her to realize, oh, these people are sending in, you know, hentai and like, you know, porn and stuff like that. This is not going to work out. Shutting this down. But it's just, I don't understand how it is that some of these screenshots are from the same day within like 4 or 5 minutes apart. And in order to, you know, find the person, you had to be able to know what you were looking for. You either had to know that this person was submitted, or you literally sat there and were submitting everyone you knew. Because like a lot of the screenshots are from April 13th. A lot of them are from September 2nd, and they are within like 4 or 5 minutes apart. How, like, there has to be a database, that I've been asking her about that too. Either she told me she had a web designer, you know, she didn't create the web page. So I told her, like, yes, that might be valuable information here. You didn't design this. So somebody did, and they made a database out of it, to your knowledge or not. But it is out there of names, and it was there. However, it was only names and pictures and hashtags. But whoever was submitting those screenshots, most of them are from 2016, and then like dead silence.
But that's when the website was opened around April, and within a month there were real doxes sent in, and then 4chan came in and pretty much like posted a bunch of fake shit to troll her, to oversaturate the site with garbage, to end up turning it shutting it down. But then she blamed it on Zoe Quinn. Barbara, I just sent you, someone sent me the back end of the site with all the people's database, like the freaking database that had existed.
Okay.
Send her send her that picture and just go.
Did you send me on Twitter?
On a DM. Just send her that picture and go, what is this? Why do you say it's a splash page when this exists? Please just answer us that. That's it.
Yeah, it would be nice. I don't know if she's gonna do that. Hold on. I want to acknowledge. I don't think so. I want to acknowledge some of the super chat real quick, because I didn't do it, and even though I was supposed to.
Yeah, I'll be back sooner, guys. I'm just.
Yeah, that's right. You said you gotta go.
Yeah, cool. I'll be back soon. Okay, peace.
All right, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, so Garrett.
Today has been very interesting.
I have a question, Barbara.
Imagine.
So, Barbara, people were saying in the chat, I don't know if it's true, it was just in the chat, people were saying that like people with like a lot of followers were like pressuring you and telling you, like advising you not to talk about this anymore. Is that true, or was that a rumor?
Oh, no. That was that's what she told me. That's the reason why she's not addressing that is because they told her not to address this. It wasn't about me.
Who told her that?
God. That's pathetic. That's a lie too. That sounds like a lie.
Who the fuck told her? Who would tell her that?
Who would she let have control over her narrative like that either? Like, that's so pathetic.
I'm assuming people she has been showed up at interviews. Maybe Dave Rubin. I don't know.
I don't
or maybe
know.
Alex Jones. Maybe he told her like, this is just drama. Don't address it.
Well-
That's my only thing I can come up with.
I don't know, man. I always see. I don't know. Maybe Paul Joseph Watson, possibly. Maybe I don't know about Alex Jones because I know Alex Jones like to address bullshit and it's like some of my favorite things about him, where somebody says something about him and then he'll respond like, "What's that, John Oliver?" Like that guy. And I thought that was because John Oliver did this great piece on Infowars, and then he responded to it, and it's delicious. It's delicious. But Paul Joseph Watson, he might be because I think Paul is a hell of a lot smarter. I actually do like him, even though every once in a while he does, everybody has some cringy shit that they do. And but I do know that sometimes when it comes to some drama and shit like that, like say when he was supposed to respond to Anthony Fantano because Anthony Fantano did this stink piece segment on him because when he was talking about modern art, and basically Anthony Fantano's response was really good. And he was supposed to rebut it, and he never did. Kind of like, I think in his mind, what's the point? He's still going to be growing. I mean, his channel is over 1 million views, 1 million subs now. He's still growing. He's still on up and up. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really need to get into that bullshit. And she might be trying to do the same thing, where there's still going to be probably a bunch of conservatives out there that still love what she's saying. They're praising her message and stuff, and it doesn't really matter what she did. And that's a huge possibility especially in the conservative camp, there is a lot of supporters out. There's a lot of if I were smart and money hungry, I would have a MAGA hat on. I would just have all these conservative talking points, like just 100%. I'd probably get a hell of a lot more supporters. But since it's just that's not me. I like to say I have a shred of integrity, and so whatever. We'll see how that turns out. But from what she said on her Twitter, she already said that she's not going to address this shit anymore. So, I mean, I don't think she's going to. Like, why? Like, what?
I don't think she will either.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
know
like,
it would be best. I understand her like trying to move on from this. I do understand that, but I don't know. I told her a lot of times people are not going to leave this at peace unless it comes from your mouth, because if I say it, it's not going to mean shit. And it didn't mean shit. So whatever she told me, maybe she should make a video. So it's just I don't know. It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, she has to stand up for herself, and she can't. So for everyone saying, you guys don't give her a chance to talk, she won't talk. So what do you want us to do? Just ignore it because she won't talk? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's kind of that's a good point because, what are you? And that's I'm wondering how people are gonna act moving forward, if they're going to just forget about this because she's not gonna say anything, or is there other people that are gonna be willing to, maybe periodically bring this up, press her.
Oh, she'll never live it down. I mean, like, I'm sure like the world will go on, obviously. It'll die down, but she'll always be getting tweets about it. She'll always be getting comments about it, and I'm sure it'll haunt her. She can deal with that because she never stood up for herself. So.
Yep.
Oh shit! I'm looking through what Andy sent me. Fuck.
Yeah, what did he send us? What exactly was that? I was kind of zoning out. I'm sorry.
It's a forum on Kiwi Farms, and it has doxes on. And it's from her website? I'm not sure. Some people, there's a list of people, like a screenshot of a list of people that have been submitted, but some of these threads some are screenshots and like their real names and what they said to people. And there's one that even has her address, that she's employed. What I was trying to do is I saw the website where there are screenshots of people who have been entered. And I've been on set all day, and I was pretty much like literally zooming shit up on my phone and like trying to direct her to not get me kicked off the set. But I figured like at least what I'm gonna do probably is that I'm gonna try to find those people on Facebook and just maybe warn them. just let them, hey, there's you have been entered into this website. There's still a screenshot of you, like maybe, you know.
Yeah, these are
change.
doxes. These are straight doxes. So for everyone
Maybe
saying like she never doxed anyone, these are straight doxes. So
yeah, it's.
I
there's
can't
no
tell
denying at
if
this
they're
point.
coming from her side or is that just like malicious people now posting shit.
well, it says
I
social
still want to warn
autopsy.
people.
It says social autopsy on half these screenshots. Like it's like on her website, social autopsy. Like so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, oops. She definitely has some explaining to do. Let's see if she
More
actually
lies.
does it.
She won't explain it though. That's the thing. She won't explain it. That's.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for everyone saying she never doxed anyone, literally looking at her doxes right now.
Yeah. So, sorry guys. The fans of Red Pill Black, you guys are gonna have to probably, you know, really just look at this critically and not just retweet or like her stuff that the stuff that she's been saying about controlled opposition or paid misinformation or whatever she's saying. Like look at that and then look at the evidence that's presented, because this is what it was supposed to be about, like what she's saying versus what's actually out there. And it's not matching up at all. I mean, obviously you guys know, all of us, you know, all the people in the chat room, all the YouTube creators, nobody here is getting fucking paid by the left or whatever. I mean, come on, dude. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. If I were, I wouldn't be living in a small ass fucking apartment, dude. I think I'd be balling, and I would be very proud to take that money. And you know what I'm saying? It's fucking ridiculous, dude. That's
like
fucking
we're
stupid.
not worth being paid to expose that, and she's not worth like someone paying to expose her. You know what I mean? Like she's not a politician. She's not someone with a lot of power. Like the fact that she thinks she's like important enough, people would pay to expose her. It's like, girl, no. But anyways, I do have to go, you guys. This was fun though. I vented and I'm over it now.
Hell yeah, you did. That was fucking sweet.
All right,
Yeah,
have
thanks
a
for
nice
stopping by,
night, guys.
Blaire. You too.
Bye.
Hell yeah. All right, so what I'm gonna do
It's just
is
you and me.
it is just you and me. Finally. Just kidding. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is finally read some of these super chats. After I get through the super chats, then there's some people I've been wanting to get on, but to be quite honest, I'm on the wrong laptop right now, and there's an issue where I can't autocomplete anybody's fucking name. So I've been trying to send out some links, but I can't even, like, the DM. You know what I want to do? I want to DM somebody. I want to DM them a new one, and it won't autocomplete their name. And I'm like, fuck, I can't. How do and I don't. I was just like, fuck this. This is too much work. This is 2017. Autocomplete is my life, man. But all right, so I'm gonna read these, and then I'll actually try to, because I'm gonna see if Roman Millennial maybe wants to stop by for a few seconds. I want to see if Hunter Avalon. I want to see if Failure Accomplished, maybe Base Mom. I want to see if they want to pop on. I would say, hey guys, if any of you want to stop by, send me a DM, slide in them DMs so I can just reply immediately. I think I might have gotten a DM from Failure. Okay, yeah, I got a DM from Failure, but Roaming, if you want to stop by, a bit of Brit, if you want to stop by, Hunter Avalon, if you want to. Oh, fucking Hunter's not on Twitter. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Hunter.
He tried like 5 times.
Hunter, if you want to stop by, fucking, I don't know, email me at sbgmquery@gmail.com. That's my business email, so it's fine. Everybody, it's available. I'm not fucking myself. All right, let's do these super chats, man. There's a lot of them. You guys have been so fucking generous. This is insane. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Let's start from the beginning. Deck AB just says some black guy equals cool beans. $5. Appreciate that. Tiberius Kirk, $5 says, what's up? Nice to see my 2 favorite nibblers. That was when me and Andywarski were there. And the whole Nibba campaign, man. I fucking missed our Supreme stream. That was fun. Hope Kasar's doing well. Let's just say that. Let's see. Dr. Aberrant, $2. Funded misinformation campaign equals lefty talk. And yeah, there's probably some truth to that. I don't know. I think that's just crazy conspiratorial talk. I don't really think there's any. I think that's completely nonpartisan. And let's see. Oh, that was Jennifer Compton. I just want to say again, it was $50. Keep up the awesome videos, some black guy. Keep speaking the truth. Love your content. Thank you so much, dude. That's insane. And $5 from Ada Wong. What up, man? What's up with all you Resident Evil heads out there? It says, love your channel. If you have Instagram, follow me. Raphael, accept my donations. I will accept your donations. Thank you very much. So, Redman is $7 says hi. I just want to let you know that if you ever make a response video to H Bomber Guy about your Bill Nye videos, not really. Because there's actually something that I was gonna do with one of my Bill Nye videos. It just one of them that it's just I got wrong where I said that there was a segment removed from Netflix. And you know, I read this article that says that that's not true. And I'm going to start a segment when I'm ready. It's going to be revisiting certain videos. So when I revisit, I'm going to revisit this one, Racism and Metal, the one that blew me up, that like put me on the map. And I'm going to revisit that. I'm going to revisit some corrections that I need to make. So I'm not going to be responding directly to his video because it's kind of fucking retarded. And some of the stuff he said, he doesn't even understand certain things. Like he even brought up my name, some black guy, and doesn't even realize that it's fucking ironic. Like if you don't realize that, you're fucking retarded. Either that or you haven't watched any of my content, because this happened before. People are like, oh, you claim to hate identity politics, but your name's some black guy. I'm like, God damn, do you watch one of my videos and you probably understand that that's ironic and it's just a fun name to have. You know, it's like one of the best ways I used that name was when I got to talk to Jordan Peterson. Said Jordan Peterson chats with some black guy. And there was his fans on his channel that are like, what the fuck? Like they were thinking that, oh, that's kind of racist, but then they realized that was my channel name. And I'm like, thank you very much. But Malcolm, 50 Canadian dollars, dude. Thank you. Come on, man. I already he said, how are the adventures of Red Pill Black? I mean, Franny Twin going? Yeah, I brought up that earlier, saying that it was possible that what Franny did, it could be what Red Pill Black is doing, what Candace is doing, because Franny was trying to kind of infiltrate the anti-SJW community, trying to befriend us, trying to befriend Andywarski, trying to befriend Armored Skeptic, and it turned out to be bullshit. She came out on her podcast, and maybe she got peer pressure, and then she just kind of jumped ship again. Who knows? I don't know. And then another one from Malcolm, he said $10 says Red Pill Black is the new Tommy Lauren. Remember, folks, Tommy used to be a hardcore lib that went conservative kayfabe too. Kayfabe, for if you guys don't know what kayfabe is, it's like in ring wrestling, your persona. It's like the fake thing you make, and then, you know. But anyways, yeah, I don't really know too much about Tommy Lauren other than just some of the stuff that I've seen on. I know she talked to Trevor Noah, and I saw some of her talking points, and I think she was on the Blaze or some shit. I started following her, but then I think I muted her. I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here, because we actually. Let's see. Hey, dude, $775 says, I'm pissed at her because I have kids and I drive a semi. What if she doxed me like someone like me and someone showed up to my home while I wasn't there? Yeah, that's actually a good point. It's one of those things that there are so many different things that you can do with that website. You know, if you got people's information, and then there's people that are really savvy and they can get your information anyway. But now if it's just easy access, they're swatting. People could, just they can fuck with you easily. Some people, they can hate you enough to actually show up and do something. It's a possibility. It's one of those things that, like, you got to protect people. And the fact that she wasn't even trying to protect children was the most egregious thing of all. That was the thing, like, she even addressed in one of her videos, saying that this is really geared towards kids because we want to shape them and let them know that this is not, like, bullying online is not the right thing to do. So we'll definitely put kids on there. And I was just like, holy shit, that is a very bad thing to do. Especially imagine you're like a 10 or 12-year-old kid and you post some stupid edgy meme and you troll somebody. It's really fucked up. They find out it's you, and now you got to carry that for the rest of your life. I mean, you're a kid. We've all done dumb shit. So that's that was terrible. That was terrible. $5 Brazen Bunny says Red Pill Black makes SJWs look better. She's a beta, so I want in on the stream. I got a few in the queue. There's so many. Gareth Green, $20 says, and I appreciate that, dude. In her defense, just because she doesn't see the problem with her doxing website doesn't mean that she isn't genuinely conservative now. Plenty of conservatives have no problem with speech policing, sadly. That is a good point, Gareth. I'm glad that you brought that up, because we tend to forget that the conservatives, crazy conservatives, are the ones that were originally the ones that were anti-freedom of speech. They were the ones that were really trying to control everything before, like just like over a decade ago. where people, all these atheism, all this huge atheism movement kind of started to spring up, and people were trying to combat a lot of their bullshit, saying that you can't do this, you can't dress this way, everything's the devil, everything's that, and there was just this huge conservative push of trying to censor things, and then so that's when liberalism was like, nah, dude, we want to be free, fuck that shit, and now it's kind of flipped. So I totally understand that, and let me see. Let me read just one more from him, and then I'm gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna continue, but because I'm gonna bring a couple people on, and then we'll just chit chat a little bit, have a little fun with this. And let's see, another $20 from this dude. Do appreciate it. Doesn't seem she isn't problematic. She is not one of you. She switched from one establishment to another, and that can be said. A lot of people do that. A lot of people, their ideals might change, but the way they see things, the way they perceive things, might stay the same. So it happens to some people, like say sometimes they jump ship from Christianity and then all of a sudden they become Islam. You know, they become a Muslim. They go from Christianity to Islam, where they're like, oh, I don't know about this shit. No, but that shit looks good. And then they're still kind of stuck in this weird state where it's like, well, you know, but okay, let me see if I can get some people on here. Okay, I got some let's see, cognitive thought. Let's come on. Let's see, cognitive thought. Cognitive thought. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Let's see. What's going on, Barbara? You're so quiet.
I'm going through the entire forum. I'm going through the entire forum of that what Andy has sent me. Apparently, I see in a lot of threads she was doxxed at least 4 times I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her phone number, address, her parents' address, her like modeling history, her parents' phone numbers. And there's a lot of malicious people in this forum who, before they posted, submitted a person, took a screenshot of it and posted it in the forum, which is, I think, a little shady. That's what the problem is with this fucking website. You give a tool like that to people's hands, and this is what they're doing. Like, so many posts are of people taking a screenshot of submitting a person, which means this is like forever info on the internet now, including their like links and employers and like hometowns and phone numbers. Yeah. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, people, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, definitely. calm down. I understand. I totally understand. Frustrated, especially how soft her response was to like what you gave. It was very mild response. Her questions, and she wasn't, being honest. And that's all we wanted from her, is just to be honest. And all right, so we got failure accomplished here. What's up, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a long time.
What's happening, man?
Hold on, I'm gonna get Hunter Avalon on real quick.
Yeah, I just sent him the email. Link in the emails.
Oh, you sent him the link? Oh, because I was too slow. Don't be sending out that link, man. Fucking dare you. I'm just kidding.
My bad. We brothers. I thought we brothers, man. Look at my dashiki, man.
Man, you fucking racist piece of trash.
You didn't say anything about the headband. I was trying to find some clogs, but you know how hard it is to get a size 14 clog? That don't happen.
Damn, size 14? Goddamn. Hey, hang on one second. Hey, Biggest Mikey, hey, send me a DM, man. I want to hear your thoughts about this. I want to hear, as a black conservative, I want to hear your thoughts about this. I want to hear your thoughts about Red Pill Black, because I know he has something to say about that, because I think he's like an OG conservative, and I think he's one of those people that thinks that she's definitely fake or fraudulent from what I've seen on Twitter, but I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Want me to throw him the link?
Yeah, you can do that. The only reason I hadn't thrown the link is because of I don't know if you heard earlier, it said that my shit's not auto completing, and it's kind of a nightmare to bring people up, because I don't know if they have what's their name. Everybody's changing their fucking names, like Spooky something. And then
I got you, brother. I got you.
Yeah, okay. All right, so somebody else is here. Oh, it's Hunter Avalon. What up, dude? How you doing?
Doing good.
I've returned. What's going on, everyone?
Oh shit, Andy's back.
Hey, Papa Andy.
How you doing, Andy?
What is going on? How you guys doing? Any updates on Candace or?
I mean, obviously not. The only update I would say there is that Barbara is definitely has had a red pill moment. And she is seeing how fucked up some of the the results of social autopsy has been, because screenshots can just be even if it's taken down now, the damage has been done. The people that have been doxxed, that shit is out there, and it's and I would say, like, one thing that we didn't really address, and I think we might have, but we might have just skirted over it, is how insanely simple. Let me tell you something. I had my own website. When I got sick of it, I took it down in a couple minutes. Yeah, it's very
so easy to take a website down.
It's so easy. So it's like, Broham, what is this? And we've seen some shit of her saying she'll never apologize for it, and she'll never this. So it's just like, yeah, I totally understand why some people are like, thinking that she's completely she's a fraud, because it really doesn't add up. And I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, I want to be that's why I didn't go in hard on her. That's why I waited to have this stream. What the hell? Where'd that girl go? She's just here. Okay. Okay. But that's why I didn't want to go like hard on her or anything. I actually wanted to wait for her to say something, but then I realized that she wasn't going to say anything after a while. And
what do you think?
I don't know.
Maybe the reason she didn't take down the website. That's my biggest question. Is like, what, like the moment one person made a video about you, that should have been like, all right, fair enough. Yep. Like, peace, delete it. Right.
What do you think? Let me say, first I want to welcome. What up? That girl.
Yo, that girl.
Wonderful journalized name. Hi.
I saw she blocked you today, by the way. That girl, how she blocked you? How she blocked you?
She has.
Yeah. She blocked
you too?
Instantaneously when you were bashing her.
Yep.
Oh no, we got a
blocked me. Why not block? Like, I should have fucking definitely. I'm insulted. I'm not blocked, to be honest with you.
Have you tweeted at her directly?
I wish I was blocked.
Oh, actually, maybe not. No.
I wish you were blocked. You're not even on fucking Twitter.
I know, because if I was blocked, that would mean I have Twitter at least.
You have Twitter. Hey, Cognitive Thought, THOT is here. What up, dude?
What's up, Cognitive Thought? How's it going, man?
It's not too bad, Hannah. I've not got a clever name for you. It's just too hard.
Oh, it's quite easy. Just call me Cunter.
You already took the words out of my fucking mouth, dude.
People, literally, I was hanging with my friends today, and they're like, Cunter. Everyone calls me Cunter.
I mean, that. Oh, now we got
hey, what's going on, guys?
Red Pill. What is it? What are you again? Red Pill Black?
Big Pill Black. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, man? Oh man, I get invited to an all-star stream with people. I sit in front of my computer in my underwear too. Only some of you. Only Derek.
All right, I'm kicking you off now, bro. Sorry.
What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Andy? What's going on?
So I heard you were pissed off because you're a black conservative and you didn't have the blow up that she did.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say honestly, it was all in just good fun. I wasn't really looking for the crazy exposure, but like I just had a day where I got just super sick of just like how much of a push this chick got off of 14 videos. And she's like making, and I said in the tweet, it was like, you're making some black guy numbers in just 3 months and you're not saying anything new. You're bringing nothing new to the conversation. Yeah. I almost feel like she's like an AI Terminator robot that just repeats every single one of the bullet points. So we all find ourselves being just so fucking awestruck with her.
How did you get all those views?
In my outtakes for my video today, I said that she was just generic. But I took that out because I felt it was a little too mean.
Yeah, ad hominem. So like,
that's like so not too mean though.
I know.
Coming from Hunter.
But my question is, how did she get all these views and attention from fucking media when all of you've been trying and fucking grinding for a while and you barely get the attention of media.
She's a black woman. She's a black
I
woman.
just don't need the attention of the media to be so successful, I guess.
She's a black woman.
No, hot black chick.
Simple
Hot
as that.
black chick.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
good
we
'cause-
did, yeah. We
Simple.
definitely.
All right,
brought
guys,
that up.
I gotta
We
run.
definitely brought that up.
All right,
No,
bye,
you don't.
Barbara.
See you later, Barbara.
Thanks for
Bye,
having
Barbara.
me.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys.
Here's the thing. She ain't even a hot black chick. Why we calling her a hot black
I
chick?
mean,
I think she's kind of
objectively.
You don't think she's attractive?
Like I say, guys, it's just she's a black woman. People want to hear that point of view, but from her. They want to hear the
Sorry.
same talking points said by everyone else, but from a black woman. I think that's
Well,
sorry,
well,
Derek.
also-
Sorry, Derek, but I actually grew up around black chicks.
I don't know, man. Like, let me be fair. I wasn't impressed, really. Just
Well, I mean, like,
God,
she,
come on, guys.
like, I mean, you can see she's hot,
No,
not
she's
objectively, but like, you know,
Moderately attractive.
yeah,
the
most
most-
definitely. She's definitely pretty. We can at least admit she's pretty. She's not.
Man,
She's not ugly.
I don't think I'm
Not
gonna
ugly.
admit that just to piss you off. You know what? I'm gonna stop. No, I feel bad because Derek, I appreciate you like inviting me on the show, and I'm just over here being so annoying.
Dude, that's why you're here, man. That's why you're here.
No,
Always-
everyone.
always a good time.
I just see it like somebody seeing a Latina chick and saying, "Oh, look, she's beautiful." She an average Latina chick. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I feel it's just because she's black, you're saying that she's fucking attractive.
Well,
I mean, she's not a dumpster fire. Of
no, but
Yeah.
she's
fucking
God
zero.
damn it, dude. They're gonna fucking like chop this segment out. Like her fucking
First
like
human being ever.
her fucking her camp. They're gonna chop just the 5 minutes right here.
no,
They're
no.
gonna be-
We're the
And then-
leftist opposition, man.
Oh yeah.
look, I ain't the hottest Latino on the fucking block.
Hey guys,
alright?
hold on a second. I'm getting a call from George Soros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'm getting something wired to me right now.
It'd be funny if we all just started talking about how much we were paid for making our videos, and someone chopped this part out and send it to her.
They would just take the bait. That's what it would.
Yeah.
It'd be like an ultimate troll.
You know, I wasn't
Whoa,
paid that much as much as I
Mr.
wanted
Soros,
to.
Mr. Soros, hey, how you doing, sir? Yeah, so I'm here with all your other your sleeper agents.
How's it
Yeah,
going,
by
George?
the way.
How's it going, Daddy George?
Everybody says hi, Hunter Avalone. I know.
Cheers to the paycheck.
Hey, Georgie.
Yeah, so hey, we just want to know when we're how we're gonna get paid. Are you gonna PayPal us all individually, or
PayPal,
you
yeah,
want to
PayPal.
send it to me and then I'll split it up with them? How do you want to do this?
I don't trust
I
him.
don't
Don't
trust
do that.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm
Wow.
Wait. We can't get money yet because Red Pill Black hasn't been completely deplatformed. Come on, dude.
Oh, come on.
We're
no.
trying our best. She won't talk to us. What do we do? Where do we go? Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Tell him he doesn't have to cover the percentage that PayPal's going to take. Just tell him that.
I have a great
Yeah,
idea,
tell
guys.
that. Yeah,
Let's
that's
dox
fine.
her.
Okay.
If only there was a website where we
no.
could put all of the stuff that she's
Fuck off,
done
Hunter.
on a website.
You know,
Why don't we start a website that you can post people's doxes who made doxing websites?
That is
Yeah.
genius. It's like docception.
I think you guys got this all wrong. I heard the sacrifice of one gay frog.
Oh yeah.
We'll put this all to bed.
Yo, somebody said in the chat that George Soros is a lizard. You know what's funny about that? Just a little while ago, I actually put in on Google George Soros reptilian, and there's fucking like some Photoshop with his eyes all like he's like, ah, and I was like, dude, the internet never fucking disappoints, man.
Yeah.
Never disappoints.
You know what the problem with these people is? That they ain't about fun. We come on here, we talk about serious topics, but we still fucking crack jokes and shit. They fucking boring.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, and I always thought it was so interesting that there were people that would criticize people like myself, Andywarski, whatever, because of how non-serious we take a lot of these issues. Because sometimes, or like say someone like Chris Reagan, where I love his style, like almost everything. He can take something that would really frustrate me, and he can still spin it and still make me laugh. And I'm like, why the fuck? Why? I don't understand why some people had a problem with that shit. I'm like, dude, if you're not fucking laughing, dude, like, what are you doing? If you're not having fun, why are you doing shit? Why are you doing this if you're not having fun?
Yeah, and
Like-
also I found when I did some videos that were more based on being serious and not like throwing in a joke once in a while, I sort of like would watch my video after editing it and be like, I'm not enjoying this as much as I should be enjoying a video that I'm trying to post out there, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you need to get the word out. And I totally appreciate people that aren't, you know, the serious side of things. Sometimes, especially if I'm gaming, I just compile a lot of just good information. People just, you know, almost like they're reading like a fucking encyclopedia. But I can totally get absorbed into that when I'm like doing something simultaneously. And so it's all good. And I like that right now. We're having a good time. Even I loved when Blaire came on because she was just fucking firing off at
amazing.
her. She was saying shit. Andy and I were being very careful. We're very tiptoeing. We're being very fair. And then Blaire just came on and was like, "Nah, fuck this bitch. Like she's totally fake. She's it's obvious. I could tell from the very beginning." And I was like, "God damn."
Well, I find that no matter what approach I take, whether it be more serious or more trying to be funny or more rage, there will always be a group of people who get mad at me for whatever approach. So like the crazy hair situation, the stalker thing, people thought I was a little bit fucking way too far. And then for this situation, people thought I wasn't like harsh enough or
Andy, actually, I know what you mean. Like it's like never good enough for some people.
It's never. So basically just do whatever the fuck and you want to do and how you want to do it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have a 5 to 10% like chunk of people who will hate no matter what you do.
Andy, just remember what happened when you tried to be nice, Andy. When you tried to be, you know, mend the bridges, Andy.
I'll be honest.
I was saying that earlier on this stream where being nice... Like I'm so not trustworthy with anyone now. I don't care. Like that's why with Candace, I'm not gonna be like, okay, the site's in the past, even though you aren't answering all these questions that are really easy to answer. So I forgive you because you hate antis. Sorry, hating antis, like I said in my first video, isn't special. It's very easy. Like everyone hates. Hating SJWs. Being an anti is not special. Is what I meant. You know what? Hating an SJW isn't very difficult. There are people who I thought were SJWs, like in my life, who hate SJWs. It's like, but I'm not going to trust you 100% until I know everything about you. And a doxing website is the fucking most horrendous thing I've ever heard.
Just out of curiosity. Sorry, I was just going to. Thanks. I was just going to ask, just out of curiosity, so like I looked up the website and it's down. So she took it down. So like what exactly is still the problem, I guess? Is it because she's just refusing to apologize now and stuff?
No. So basically,
she still has information. That's the problem. As far as
there's two pieces that the site. Someone sent me a link that it was parked. There's someone that sent me another link that they found the backlogs of the site still. Yeah. So meaning that she just parked it. So the information's still out there. And
so she's just kind of like, she's almost making it look like it was taken down.
Yeah, and also like the biggest problem that I have was on Barbara's video today, where she says that the video was never really built, it was never constructed, it was just a splash page. When today I made a video where I actually found those links from Social Autopsy and searched for those people on Facebook and found them, so they were real people. So that's like, if you like evidence, here's your evidence. Now just go, sorry, it was built, I'm sorry, that was dumb, and then we can all move on with our lives. The fact that she's lying about it, that's where people are starting to now think she's either a plant, not really conservative. Like Hunter, you're like a very conservative. Have you seen her Rubin Report interview?
Honestly, it's funny that all this drama just came up because I'll be honest, I'm not subbed to her, but I was on her channel and I did notice her like a big amount of growth. I was like, wow, she's really getting like a lot of subscribers. And then your video popped up and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is about, because I was just on this girl's page. And then I actually didn't even realize there was like drama going on until I watched your video, Andy. So I never really cared for her.
Where the hell have you
I
been?
just like person to be like, her videos never struck me as being that great.
No, I didn't see any of them until like 2 days ago.
Yeah, neither did I.
I've literally not even watched a full
The thing
video.
is,
Neither did I. I haven't watched.
Yeah, I was the same with Red Pill Black. All of her shit was like, when I saw it, it was just like, right, I've heard all these talking points before. It's just a black woman saying them. But lots of people like, oh, I need to hear this from a black woman's mouth to know it's written. There are people like that.
Yeah,
I don't think it is. I don't think it matters where it comes from, the idea, as long as it's a good idea. It's as simple
I mean,
as
let's be real, dude. I even be real myself. Like I said, my first video that blew up was I was talking about racism in metal. And I know the reason it blew up is because people were like, oh, black guy's talking about metal. You know, not just, there was plenty of people saying the same fucking thing, but they just saw a black guy talking about it. And then they gravitated towards it. And I'm like, cool. You know what I mean?
Well, it does. I mean,
if I can
it does make it interesting. It does make it interesting to hear it from like another
like when
perspective.
you see somewhat of a fringe element, people get kind of surprised by that. At this point,
I think that's part of. I was just gonna say, I think that's part of like, this is gonna sound kind of mean, but like I think that's part of like what makes Blaire White sort of like special. I guess I don't really know exactly how to put it in a nicer way. But like, it's interesting.
She even said that like
herself,
she said it herself in a stream.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear these opinions coming from a transgender woman. It's
I think that,
and although sure, like I can go up and say the same thing, but like I'm just a white straight male. So
yeah, you're
that's
fucking basic.
like a lot of
basic.
people. Sorry, go on.
I think that's one of the reasons why Blaire got so popular, and she's so popular. But then Blaire also brings the fact that she actually has, a personality.
Yeah.
I was actually just about to say that because I mean I want to like cut you guys off like 50 times because like you guys. People are in the super chat to see you guys, for fuck's sake. Like, so I'm just saying, like, the reason why people, I guess would kind of be like attracted to like those fringe elements of, I guess, conservatism, like someone like Blaire White, someone like some black guy, someone like My Name is Josephine, is because like they add in their own sort of like personal introspection for why they made the change that they made, as opposed to like this Red Pill Black. That's the most basic Costco brand name.
I know. It really is also.
It's fucking smart.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, like, don't you? Oh, sorry. Go for it. I didn't realize you didn't finish. Sorry, my bad.
No, I would just say, it's just like, I wish you kind of gave me a little something better right now. I just feel like you're just reading off a few bullet points as to what you said, cognitive, and I'm just like,
well, Andy,
she's special.
Andy made a good point too, where it's like she like mentioned Gamergate, and it's almost like just like mentioning these little keywords that like get in like conservative, and they're like, oh man, listen, she said Gamergate. Oh.
I think it goes further than that, though. I think it goes to the point that if you're trying to sway someone's opinion with a video on YouTube, and you go, hey, here's a white male talking about it, and they have their own biases against white males, it's going to be a lot easier when you've got a black female there saying the same points, where they're like. And that really conflicts in their head.
Well, it does conflict. It conflicts the liberal narrative because in the liberals' mind, they're like, black people aren't supposed to think this way.
Exactly.
Well, so also they're making black people's victims, and they call the white people who do some of these talking points racist. So when you have a black person saying that, it's almost like Ben Shapiro, how he wears his yarmulke. And then people go, you're a Nazi. And then you're like, I don't know how well that's working
their brain. Yeah. Dude, I went on a date with a girl, super pasty white girl. And she was I didn't know, you never know really anybody's their politics until you get in depth with them. And we were talking over some drinks, and holy shit, she was every pretty much stereotype. She at one point said that when Trump was elected, she cried, and I was like, I laughed at people like you, I was like, I laughed at people like you. That's just ridiculous.
That is the worst.
And we started getting into stuff, and when she gave me, when you see a dog, when dogs are confused, they're like, like they do that thing, and they cock their head to the side, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She looked so dumbfounded when I told her like that I don't support Black Lives Matter, and I started going into depth why, and she was so like how could you not to like? It was so fucking. I was
her head was like exploding.
Yeah, dude. First of all, man, where did you find her? Where did you find? Okay,
probably Tinder.
Bingo.
You don't know you have a YouTube page?
Bingo.
That's hilarious.
She don't have a YouTube page. If she we would not. If she would have seen my YouTube channel. If she would have seen my YouTube channel, I'm assuming because I didn't know her politics. And I didn't put anything on my at the time. I didn't have anything on there when I had my Tinder thingy. And so it was very neutral because I'm not trying to. Number one, I've never been one of those people try to score points. Be like, hey, I got notoriety. What's up? You know, what's up? Let's get some pussy. You know, I'm just like, yo,
Black Lives Matter drop. Like she wasn't like shocked by that. I mean, like I figured it was just like, oh man, I can't believe I'm sitting here having a frappuccino with some black guy right now. So I know you don't fucking care about the fucking Black Lives Matter. No.
Yeah, I always tell
honestly,
people that I'm a film editor. Like people who I don't know in real life.
yeah, you just
Dude, I do the same exact thing.
Yeah,
Literally,
you just tell me you're an editor.
on my Tinder, because I have a Tinder profile still that I use every now and then, and I literally hide like the fact that I do YouTube everywhere. I even have a second quote personal Instagram that I have linked to it that has like no sign of like my YouTube or anything. And then if people ask me what I do, I tell them I'm like in media, or I tell them that I'm like a video editor or stuff like that. Because get this, one time I was like this girl was messaging me on Tinder, and she wasn't even really that cute, but I was like, whatever, I guess I'll talk to her. And
you just swipe right on everyone and just hope you have a response.
No, she I think like super liked me. You know that little gay like super like how you can click the blue star. So that comment, I was like, this girl, like she wasn't like ugly for a change. So I was like, okay. She literally went on my second Instagram account, saw that my second Instagram account was following Donald Trump, and then started yelling at me.
Oh wow.
And I was like, you're fucking crazy. But I just like, what happens to me is when I'm on Tinder and the minute a girl starts like, it's obvious that like she no longer likes me anymore, like because she figures out my politics or something, which I usually try to hide that. But as soon as they find out, I go in like full troll mode. So
Hey,
like,
Hunter, do you still have Tinder?
I just do stuff at Tinder
How many swipes until you find an SJW?
until I find what.
SJW.
Oh, I see.
I don't know, because there's some girls on there that are like, they're in their bios, they're like, I don't want any liberal or whatever, and so. Like
right, no matter what, you're like, fair enough.
You're like, all right.
Yeah. I'm in SoCal, so it's most of it is, I've seen a lot of it. A lot of times, it's nonpartisan, but every once in a while, I'll see a girl that says, if you voted for Trump, swipe left. I think, swipe left. So I'll see that every once in a while. And
I always swipe on those girls.
You have to. And the thing is, like, I didn't vote for the fucking guy, but I know I'm not going to get along with people like that. I know people that are so irrational.
If you see colored hair, do you assume?
Well, that's what pisses me off, dude. I grew up in, it was called I was in the metal scene, and there was this whole scene fucking thing going on. Girls have choppy hair, they dyed it, they have piercings and stuff. And I grew up in that shit. I like a lot of those girls, and a lot of those girls weren't insane. They just looked, fucking wild, right? And but now I can't differentiate. I don't know if they're just in the metal or if they're fucking. I don't know. And it's I actually like how some of those girls look. So
me and my friend have like a running joke. So like we'll be on Tinder together, and then if we come across like a girl with really blue hair or whatever, or we'll just like pass like driving by, like see like a like fat girl with like dyed hair, we have like this running joke that we're like, hey dude, look, I bet she thinks Black Lives Matter. Because it's like,
I always do that. I drive like SJW.
Yeah, like you can literally just see them. And like I know that like there's some girls out there that have dyed hair. Like honestly, my sister is one of those people. Like I get so many comments if I ever post like a family picture, and people are either saying that my sister is hot, or they're saying, hey dude, your sister looks like an SJW, because like she has like short red dyed hair and a nose ring.
How do they ruin dyed hair?
They fucking ruined it. They totally ruined it.
I did.
Okay, I used to date this fucking, check this out. I used to date this like smoking hot German chick. Like, she was doing some exchange shit. And then at one point she dyed her hair like turquoise or aquamarine, some bullshit like that. And it looked so good on her. But I remember I posted a picture, and this was when my channel was still kind of small. And then some people were like, hey, fucking, you dating some SJWs now? I'm like,
it is really annoying. Because, to be honest, some girls with dyed hair look really good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It sounded like you were at a truck stop and someone overheard you saying that watching your video.
Wait, what? Wait, saying what? Saying what?
Like when Derek just said about like you need some daggum SGWs. Some of the
We don't like your kind around our parts.
That's just how I picture them sounding, dude. I picture them sounding like that. When people say shit like that, I just picture they're just fucking just retarded. You know, you just can't help but do it.
They know
awful.
me is.
Yeah, they're W's.
I'd say though, 95% of the time that I'm walking around Toronto and I assume that someone with dyed hair is an SJW, they are.
That is true. And SJWs always have a nose ring. They always have the bowl.
You live in fucking Canada. That's not hard. That's like everyone apart from you.
There's this girl who I've seen around my college a few times, and she has short butch dyed hair, and she rides around on a tricycle.
Oh, SJW for sure.
I just saw. I took a picture of it and I sent it to my sister, and I was like, you know what? This is what I want for Christmas because I'm feeling pretty confident about myself, and I want everyone to hate me. Please give me this tricycle.
Did she have a pacifier?
I didn't see that.
Was she trans age? Was she trans? He's like, I identify as a 5-year-old.
You know what fan base surprises me that has a lot of SJWs right now is Rick and Morty.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they just have really high IQ.
Really? Yeah, I've just seen you have to be really smart to get this fucking thing. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
It's really simple.
It's funny.
Rick and Morty fans, honestly, I've
pretty
seen
lowbrow.
I've seen some of the show, and I mean, I think it's stupid when people are like, "Yeah, like, oh, I'm so intellectual for watching this," but it is interesting. Like, it does have its deep moments, though. That like even like I'm like, wow, that's really clever and really makes you think. But the fan base itself is so cancerous. I'm sure you guys all.
I'm a fan of Rick and Morty, but I wouldn't say that it's an intellectual show. There are Easter eggs involved in it that if you go through the shows over and over again, there are little things that they throw in that come from old cartoons and stuff that they grew up watching, and there's so much that goes into that sort of shit, but it's not even intellectual. Even when we're talking on, if you're talking on a quantum physics level, it's bullshit. They throw in terminology and stuff, but it's not doesn't work like that.
Well, it's like what I hate. I hate Big Bang Theory, and when I would tell people that, they got to hear, "Oh, you're not smart enough for that show." I'm like, what? No, I get the jokes.
They're just fucking shit.
It's just shit. Yeah, like, oh, you're not smart enough to understand. I'm like, I understand he made a Star Wars joke there, but his execution of it was garbage, and I'm not a big fan of that. Like, and Rick and Morty, like you said, Cog, it's a cartoon. It's really funny. I love the show. I think it's great, but I don't see people not finding it funny because it's intellectual, because it's like it's just half of it's made up, or like 99% of it's made up, obviously.
My personal theory on Rick and Morty is like, at least for me, and I came in like a season late, and now I'm kind of I'm trying to catch my girlfriend up in the show, and we love it so far. But like for me, I just enjoy like on just like the base shits and gig levels, man. Like I'm 31 and I grew up in the era of like crazy Nicktoons back when like Ren and Stimpy and fucking Rocko's Modern Life was just insane. And I'm just like, I feel like this is the kind of cartoon that like grew up with me, sort of, and it has like that same level of humor, and I like it on that level. But you're not gonna see me in fucking public like kicking down like kiosk and shit, waiting for fucking ketchup teriyaki sauce.
The fucking Szechuan sauce.
I find that funny how they take obscure, unpopular things and all of a sudden, boom, it becomes popular.
Because that's just how like the power. And I honestly think that was an experiment. The way that I saw it and the way that he was really mentioning and the emphasis on the Szechuan sauce, because essentially, because I was like, I remember that sauce. It tastes like teriyaki sauce. I was like, I remember that fucking sauce. I totally remember it. And I was like, it tastes like teriyaki. There's no big deal about it. And then
I think adding the Mulan is what blew it up, though, because it's so, like you said, specific. Not only is it Szechuan sauce, but it's McDonald's Mulan Szechuan sauce. And then they actually had to put Mulan on the fucking Szechuan sauce and sell it.
Did you see that really cringy clip of the fan that jumped up on the counter and was like, I'm Pickle Rick? And I was like, just fuck yourself.
It almost made me hate I hated Rick and Morty for a day when I saw that, but then I'm like, there's a lot of toxic shit out there.
Guys, if you want to get it out of your system, just watch if you guys watch I Hate Everything. I don't know if you're subbed to that guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Watch him. He did a video on the Rick and Morty fan base. I hate Rick and Morty fan base, and I think Elvis the Alien also made a video about that too. Where it's like
fucking
ruin
everybody.
everything.
Fucking Pootie Pie made one. I'm Alex made
Oh,
one.
I don't care. I don't care about them. I'm talking about Elvis the Alien. He's fucking fantastic, and I Hate Everything is fantastic. Like there are really good creators that not just like
I Hate
saying
Everything
shit
like
and being-
never posts though. That's
He
the
never.
problem.
He just fucked off. Like I don't know. I was like, dude, come on. He was like one of my favorites. I Hate Everything.
Yeah, but he's recently returned, no?
Yeah, he's been like making stuff every once in a while now.
Oh shit!
For a second, I thought it was fucking Candace. I was like, is that Candace?
Can you imagine? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Based mama in the chat.
We got base mama.
Hi,
in this bitch.
Mikey. Hi, Mikey. Shut up, everybody. I'm just here to talk to Mikey. Hi, Mikey. How you doing?
What's up, base mama?
What is up? How you doing?
So I heard you're still a fan
Okay.
of Candace, right? Base mama?
Fuck you. I was never a fan of that bitch. No, her story flipped so fucking fast. Okay, she comes out and like she's like out of fucking nowhere, right? Never fucking heard of her. And then I was like, oh, that's that bitch from Social Autopsy, that fucking doxing chick. And she's like, no, it's not a doxing site. But you will see when she is on Stefan Molyneux, she doesn't say shit about 4chan. She didn't say a fucking word. You know why? Because she didn't know they were all up on your shit.
I didn't know
She
Stefan.
said
was on
Zoe called her
Stefan's.
crying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
goes everywhere. That's the thing. Just because she's a black woman, everyone wants her.
Guys, did you guys even see fucking Stefan
I'm a
Molyneux's
smaller minority
face?
than a black woman. Ugh, I'm so offended right now. Like, my God, man.
Why can't I get all that black woman privilege?
Yeah, seriously.
Drunk mom.
Because you're fucking mean, Hunter. That's
I'm,
why.
I'm fucking a white male.
Yes, you do.
It's not. Yeah, you're not only a white male. You are kind of a cunt, dude. I mean, let's just be real about that.
Yes, be honest,
yeah.
you are racist, though.
I'm not fucking racist, Andy.
Wait, what was your latest video? What did your latest video say? What was the title?
It said California is a liberal hellhole.
Exactly. And I'm like, fuck you. I live in California.
But you watched the video and probably enjoyed it.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not a soft asshole, right? So I can enjoy your content, but not everybody's as thick-skinned as us. You know what I mean? So they're gonna be like,
do you honestly think I'm that mean?
Well,
like, okay, in my own opinion, in my opinion, I think that I am mean, but like in a funny way. Like I feel like anytime I'm mean, I have like a hint of like humor and like sort of sarcasm.
Hunter is the product of the internet. That's what he is. He's just a product of the internet.
Yeah, you're not.
You
honestly,
hurt
you're
my
not that
feelings.
The thing
You're
is
not
like I think of myself anyway as like self-aware. Like I know if I'm doing something that's mean or like cringy, and it's usually on purpose.
Yeah.
So I mean, I am an asshole. I own that.
Well,
Hunter, you hurt my feelings earlier by saying I was really a failure.
That was a joke because your username said failure.
It's kind of true, though.
I got it.
It's like half joke.
Failed bitch.
Fucking choke
Why
you
is
out
everyone
when
so
you
mean tonight, man?
Yeah, you wanna roam at the next VidCon?
For sure. man.
Guys, next year we are all need to go
You're
to.
actually going?
Oh, I'm going.
I am.
Yes.
so
Oh my God. Yes. So much.
I'm going.
I am hopefully going. Yeah.
I'm totally gonna go. I really wish that I could have gone. Like last time when you guys.
Y'all
all went.
missed a great time. And I hope
really
I
wanna
see
troll.
Franny. Oh, you know what I should do? I should be like, hey, Franny, you want to talk again? I swear
yeah,
this time
that's
it'll
gonna
be
work.
good. And then fucking troll her. I'll make a third song. I'm gonna make a third
Shut up,
song.
Andy. Sam, did you say you were coming to VidCon?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah,
Everybody
I'm even gonna
So
get
right. I
it.
just want to walk around with you.
What about you, Cock Thought? Are you going?
I should be living in the US by then, so yeah, definitely. If I can.
Oh, really?
I forgot you're moving here. Everybody's moving here. Like Roy and Lacey and Cog.
Are you guys
Your
all in
ladies
LA?
here, right?
Hey man, the UK's fucked, man. Pregnant woman is now pregnant person because you can't say pregnant. Fuck off. I'm going.
That's great.
What?
Yeah, the UK is gone to hell, dude. Plus the
That's
muzzies
great.
are getting in it too.
I love that word so much.
Actually, like that's not even me trying to be edgy. That's just the fucking truth, dude.
Guys, women don't get pregnant. Remember, people get pregnant.
People, right? Yes, a trans
People
man.
Yeah, I just saw him. Didn't you just see that Twitter post of
Uteruses
like
get
it was like some what do you call it female to male, but she's pregnant, like still like wants to have a baby and stuff,
Okay,
but have
wait,
a fucking
it gets weirder. It's weirder
This
than
is
that.
go on.
Is this the person that used their own sperm when they were a man to impregnate themselves so that when they were a woman they could have a baby?
I don't.
No.
That's fucked.
This
There
is
you go.
so weird. Okay.
Did Andy? Did you
Male
say
to
that's hot?
female.
No, it's fucked. That's fucked.
Oh, I thought you were
And
like
hot,
that's
though.
hot.
And hot. Imagine.
The
Go
girl
fuck
who
yourself.
became
I
a
will.
dude is pregnant by the dude who became a girl.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh, those people.
This is-
Those-
yeah,
Oh,
the thing
okay, yeah.
is,
Yes.
you have to realize though that it's like it's one of those things that if you decide to go through the operations of becoming a man from a woman, but you don't take the hormone replacement therapy, you can still get pregnant because you're not getting otherwise your eggs are going to still be producing in your ovaries. It's as simple as that. Testosterone will destroy that if you take it. That's why I don't know. I still kind of consider them a little bit transgender instead of actually going the whole hog. If that makes sense.
Well, you mean they wouldn't have had the like surgery? Is that what you're saying?
No, if you have the surgery, you can have the surgery, but you don't. If you don't have hormone replacement therapy, you still have estrogen going through your body. You can.
Well,
still
how are they going to
produce
give
eggs.
birth if they all of a sudden have a penis?
Cesarean section, my dude.
Oh, damn.
Playing with God.
That is literally just fucked.
That is the best fucking point. It is. It's playing with God. It's being God.
Speaking of fucks, did you guys see that video? I'm probably going to do a video response to it sometime. Even though a few other people beat me to it. But the one of the tranny that collects their pee to build the sculpture. It's on Vice News. Did you guys see that yet? So this tranny is like to protest Trump's bathroom bill or something. Collected gallons of her own pee for like a year, and then poured
200
it.
gallons.
200 gallons, and then is like planning on. Literally, Vice is calling it art. And it's like, so nowadays anything's art. Like I could just go take a shit and call it art.
Mm-hmm.
So
Actually, no, I have to stop you there. There's an exhibit in China that has had their exhibition closed for being racist because basically in this exhibit where he's called it "This is Africa," he's taken photographs of African people and also photographs of animals and stuff. And because he's put them next to each other, no description or anything like that, it's now racist because obviously you can't put black people next to animals. Like giraffes.
So stupid. That's so sensitive. There's people that are like, did you guys hear about the little the Pops box? Kellogg's is like recalling their
Yes, I was at the fucking gym and it made it on the news.
Come on. It's like they're like it's saying only black people are janitors, but I saw a really good tweet. It was like the black dude's also the one working. Like
He's the only one with the good work.
I thought
he's the only one with like good work ethics.
Like, oh no mames, and he's like, I was like, dude, yeah, why not, man? Draw a fucking mustache on him and a fucking sombrero, dude. Why not? Is there any shame in being a fucking janitor?
And you already know that.
See,
it's just so funny that they straight up people were saying it teaches kids racism.
Yeah, racism.
Like it's like have you ever what kid have you ever been like, oh, where you learned that? Oh, I saw it on the back of my cereal box. Like come on, no one learns anything.
The brown one's the one that goes worse.
Yeah, it's like according to my Pops box, you're black, so you should be at the low job. It's like, come on.
This is what Obama. This is what Obama did to us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Obama.
This is what Obama did to us.
Actually,
30 years
when
in the future,
landed,
Go on, Andy.
when I landed in California for VidCon, I remember. So I'm like, oh, here we are in California, like super liberal place.
Retardville.
Black people don't have jobs. Literally everyone in the airport who worked there, including like pilots and people who were just like, maintenance or in any of the shops, were all black. I was like
racist.
I'm like, why aren't there white people working here? I was a little bit offended for white people. I'm like, the white people losing all the jobs to other black people now.
It's one of those things like, can you
Racism
imagine
is
30 years time, that
LAX?
kid does grow up though, and he's like, and he becomes an employer. This kid, he's employing people. That black guy comes in for an interview and he goes, but I did get that crispy box that said that you should be a janitor. So sorry, mate. I know you've got the qualifications. I know you've got the experience, but it's your skin.
The black guy just walks in for the
It's the
interview
skin
before
color.
even like saying anything. The guy hiring is like, "So are you here for the janitor position?"
You're
I was eating Pops this morning and learned all about it.
I heard instead of a resume, he just offered up 200 gallons of Red Bull colored piss.
Oh yeah, by the way, about that tranny thing. So
Yeah,
at
I'm
the
watching
end,
it right now. It's awful.
Yeah, at the end, her art exhibit is literally just her standing there with like the jugs of pee behind her, like in front of people, literally pissing in a barrel in front of people watching. And she's like, my dream would be that somebody would buy this from like an investor. And I'm like, first off, no fucking investor is going to want that. Second, then she's like, maybe they can put it in front of the White House or turn it into a fountain. I'm like, no one wants a fountain of piss, no matter how much they hate Trump.
I think we've cleared up
While I hate that, there was a thing back in the day called Piss Christ. Does anybody remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Thinking about it at the grocery store or something. Some like
try.
Hey, watch this, guys.
Try
Everyone, look.
Muhammad. Yeah.
Oh God,
Hunter. This is the trend. The trendy pissing. You know, I actually hate the people watching more than this person.
I know, and like Vice is sure to like.
Can I ask a question though, guys? Has this cleared up the trans bathroom now? We just have to give them all a cup. Is that correct? And let them piss in public. Is that right? That's what happened.
Piss in public like the animals, bitch.
Yeah. No toilets for you. Cleared up.
Okay, but why don't you just use the family restroom? Because I use that one because I don't like to pee next to people.
Well, see, that's the thing that I always found interesting. Like, if you go to, especially in the malls over here, for as long as I can remember, we've had the family bathrooms, or they call them unisex. Unisex bathrooms are universal. So I didn't see the problem with that. Like, what the fuck is this new label of like all genders and shit? And then they're like standing in front of them, like, this is fucking great. And I'm like,
I think
the fuck, dude? There's bathrooms
I think that my favorite experience with the genderless bathrooms was when I went to my mom was speaking at this thing, and she's not a radical feminist, by the way, but it was a feminist. It was like a women's studies thing.
Exposed.
And I go to the restroom, and I'm like, okay, which one is which? Because they're like, today we have transformed these restrooms into unisex restrooms to be inclusive, and I'm like, this is Texas. How many do you think are going to be here?
Is that someone's house?
How many?
No, this was at a college.
Dude, this is why my kid doesn't want to go to college. People are driving girls out of STEM. She wanted to be a petroleum engineer, and now she's like, I can't deal with this shit. I don't want to go to college. What the fucking fuck am I looking at, Andy?
Look at this guy.
Look at that nasty ass tank.
This is literally a fish tank full of piss. And this
guy, he's just like, I just want to see if I can see through it if I get close enough. I wonder if it's still warm. I wonder if it's warm.
It's like, honestly,
what is he looking like for? Like, look at the intricacies. This person needs to drink water, by the way.
No, I know this person totally fucking.
Can we stop fucking pretending that fucking art is and fucking full of shit like the fucking people that just splatter
and
paint
honestly,
on
guys, it's what I said on my stream, but it's always it's either women or trannies doing this weird shit. Like, you never see a white guy who's like, I'm collecting my shit to protest Trump. It's like BuzzFeed feminists are like painting with period blood. Yeah. Or we have like transgender people doing this for some reason.
Well, they're doing it because they think it's edgy.
What's their obsession with anything to do with their body? It's like, you have so many ways to express art form, and if you don't like the president and want to use some kind of art, that's fine. But like, why is it always, we sent Trump a fake vagina, period blood?
What I think it is, honestly, it's just because of like, there's the whole stigma of women being classy. They're always expected to be classy, and I think they're like trying to rail against that by doing the most stupidest and extreme shit. Like, I'm period blood. Here's piss.
This is the art equivalent of monkeys throwing shit at a wall, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, but why do they want to fight against being classy? Like, if a woman doesn't want to be classy, she doesn't have to be. But like, you could say there's a similar like connotation for men to be gentlemen or whatever. I'm not going to go around and like, I don't know, start doing stupid shit just to show that I'm not a gentleman. It's like it's almost like you're overcompensating.
Look at me not opening the door for this woman.
Wait. I Like My Women a Little on the Trashy Side was a popular song for a reason, first of all. Secondly, if you open a door for a chick, she's probably gonna fuck you later. I'm just saying.
She probably won't fuck you later, or will?
She probably will.
Don't.
Fuck you, base.
Don't open a door for a woman and expect that you're gonna get some pussy. That is a
just imagine that on like the first date. It's like, wait, are we gonna go back to your place and have sex?
Patriarchy.
What? I don't want to fucking door, bitch.
Look, if I'm on a date with you, like this with my fiance, All right. I didn't expect him to open the door. He opened the door, and I looked him down, up and down. I did the girl up and down look, and I'm like, we're gonna fuck later. That's what's gonna happen right there.
That's the good.
It's fucking hot.
That sounds pretty rare.
That shit is hot as fuck, dude. Like somebody's like, "Oh, let me help you out of the car." I'm like, "Yes, help me out of the car, baby." Like it's hot.
Canada, we have to open the door for people. Or else.
Well,
that's because you people are too nice.
We do it too, or old ladies hit you. But it's still.
No, fuck it. I don't like opening doors to strangers anymore. You don't get a fucking thank you anymore. So fuck that. I don't.
Wait. He walks around the car and opens the door for you.
Yes, I'm like,
never. I would. I would be like,
no, yeah.
Like, that's.
Especially if I was on like a first date with a girl, I'd be like, no.
That's why
hell.
he gets this, and you don't. That's why.
Wow. Wait, guys, can I ask a question? Because I find this really weird. Are you saying that when a taxi pulls up, and let's say that it pulls up, do you not open the door and then go around to the other side? Do you not do that? I do that.
Oh, that. But like, if I'm driving, and especially if I pick her up. And then I park. I'm not gonna go.
Oh yeah.
I just picked you up.
If it's like a date, I'm not gonna open her door because I'm not gonna open the car door for her because I'm already buying you dinner also. You can open the door.
And
plus, we're probably
listen.
Honestly, if we're to that point, I've already seen her and thought that she's not attractive, and now I'm just like, great,
You're
this
all
whole night's a fucking
I'm the oldest one here. Shut up and listen to me.
I'm for equality here. I'm for equality here. You open my door. You open my fucking door.
Open the door for the chick, right? And as you're walking around the back of the car, and she leans over to open your door for you, hit that.
So you're saying just put her dick out?
What if she's a lesbian?
She gets back, okay? And that's important later on.
He's driving you to the restaurant. I'm assuming he's paying. Now you have him open the doors and shit.
Yeah, it's like it's not your all-day spa. I'm like, I want to make sure that you can do stuff yourself too.
Because it's such a fucking trash when you walk around and open the fucking door. And you know why else?
Stuff too.
That's why you see if she leans over to open your door. Because if she leans over to open your door, that means one, she appreciates what you did, and maybe.
Her mouth.
I mean,
how about that? I'll open her door. I'll open the car door for her if she's giving me roadhead on the way there.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Hunter, oh my God. My child is a fan of yours. I'm so ashamed of you right now.
Man's man. It's a man's man. My man.
First off, I'm just kidding. Secondly, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're fucking joking? Get the fuck out of here then.
I'm not.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Honestly, I think roadhead is extremely unsafe. And
it is.
It's extremely unsafe, but it's fucking awesome.
It's probably like the second reason for car accidents besides like drunk driving.
Okay, it depends on how good a driver you are because I have conceived a child at 75 miles an hour. So that seems like a you issue that you need to.
Were you driving?
This out.
Wait, no, I don't think she was
driving
driving
now.
and giving birth at the same time. Dude.
That's what I thought.
No, I said conceived, not birthed. What are you talking about? Like full on, conception occurred on the
on the highway or whatever you call it there, freeway, and he's on you, he's banging you, and you're driving on the highway.
No. He's driving.
She straddles him.
I'm the passenger side. Yes. See, he's got it.
But
wait, he's on the passenger.
Where's the penis going right now?
Listen, okay, he was driving the race car.
You just ask where the
10
penis
cylinders.
is.
It goes super
Is this guy's
fast.
dick something you'd see in a doctor's use book? Seriously, like fucking how big is his dick? Like,
I'm gonna do a video debunking this whole situation.
I still don't understand what exactly you're saying.
I think I got it. You're
He
sitting
asked
on
me to
the
marry
flat.
him. He was driving. He had just driven on the proving grounds at like 180 miles an hour. It was a magical night. Okay.
Okay, wait, but I thought you guys were saying
Okay,
driving and fucking at the same time.
Let's say this guy is driving, and this is base mama right here. All right. Now, base mama.
This down.
After
Wonderful.
A fucking 20-inch penis and shut it
So
up.
glad I could some class.
Demonetized.
There's no way that guy's white.
Right?
I'm just saying it's dangerous. That's all I'm saying. Like, what if your knee hits
I
the
didn't
shifter?
say it was safe.
It's all
I said
dangerous,
is it was a magical night.
Yeah, but I would actually not want to do that while driving because I would not want to get in a car accident.
I'll be honest with you. If he's
Okay,
fucking
so
you
wait,
while you
so
sat next to him, that does sound like magic. It does. That dick must have been huge. Seriously.
Yeah. I understand where you're with them. Good
I don't think he appreciates me commenting on that, but I won't say you're wrong. How's that?
Well, I think we're way too far into the story to really care about what it is.
So this was at night? That's what the real magic is. It's just like, you did this shit at night. How the fuck could you see?
I just leaned that way. Like, it's not that hard. Oh my god, that's not even the weirdest that we've done it.
Oh yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
No,
All right, yeah.
It was pretty hard.
That's cool. Hey, we'll get into that in another stream.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
listen,
complaining
I
about
gotta dip out, man. I gotta work in the morning, guys. I appreciate you
Peace out,
listening.
That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, he's just
Love
like,
you,
oh,
Mikey.
this is too extreme for me.
Please.
See you later, man.
I can only do PG-13. This is R. I gotta go.
This is a Christian server.
Oh, man, I gotta-
Please keep it as such.
Hey, Mikey, if you want to be on my show, please DM me because I always try to have every black person on my show because I don't look racist.
I'll do black
poor
Owens
Candace.
on your show.
Ruben.
Especially if they're hot black chicks.
You still gotta get Candace in there. You gotta get
Let's do
Candace.
it.
Just
Peace out, man.
Zach.
All right, Mikey, have a good one.
Andy, what you should do is set up a like second Twitter or something and pretend to be like this professional channel and be like, will you please come on my show? Like, we love what you're doing. We're so sorry about all this controversy. We're like big fans or something. And then you send her the hangout link. She comes on while it's live and you're like, gotcha, bitch. You got some explaining
I
to
should
do.
be in blackface and then wipe it off and go, I gotcha.
You're like, gotcha. Or what you do. Oh my God. I figured it out.
I'm not gonna murder
What you
her.
do? No. Okay,
No.
Andy, that's not what I was saying. I was gonna say what you do is the whole time you have your camera off, so you ask her all these questions, but she never realizes it's you.
I'm doing that.
That actually could
That would
totally
be
work.
hilarious.
I mean, why not, dude? Why not?
I mean,
Get Chris to talk to her and just sit there trying not to laugh. Just get Chris in there, just like put his fake Asian accent on, where he's like, "Oh, hello."
even
Well,
I could talk to her because I don't think she knows who I am,
And as
True,
we're
true.
ending the stream,
which is
I'm
pretty
just
shocking.
gonna show camera and go, thanks
Pull
for
your
being
dick
on
out.
Warski Live.
Well,
That
Derek,
would be so dope.
That would be
two
hilarious.
things. Sinatra wants to know if he could come on, and when are you going to read your super chats again? Because you've been.
I'm
stealing
actually,
them.
I was waiting for there to be an awkward silence so I can say, I
was gonna
have
say,
a fuck ton of super chats to blaze through.
How about the
there's-
Sinatra thing? Can I toss him a link? Or?
Yo, you made. Oh wait,
no,
you are being
I want to
paid.
wrap this. I want to wrap this shit up.
Hang on, you are being paid to bash Candace technically from Super Chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
People
the
pay
last-
you.
Oh
chat to brush
shit,
it.
dude!
Mm.
So on top of my George Soros funding, I have all these fucking super chats. That's pretty
He's
cool.
great.
dude.
George Soros, thank you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Great.
Soros, love you, buddy.
I'm gonna
Thank
make a parody video thanking George Soros.
Dude, totally. Dude, we should do. I'm gonna find footage because I've actually never heard him speak before. I want to find footage and I want to see if I can get somebody to mimic and just do a sweet skit like that.
Yeah,
Like and making
be
ominous
so
dark
funny.
noises. We'll go talk to Mouthy Buddha because he finds good fucking music on his videos and shit.
Yeah,
Make it sound all just sinister. And then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
YouTube free copyright
before-
music. Type Sinister in. There you go.
Before I
Okay,
forget,
that
Derek,
works.
did you see the thing with the guys from Well Culture?
Yeah,
Adam
what are
Blanford.
they now? Whataholics? What are they? What is it?
Cult.
Cultaholics. Yeah, that's just,
Well,
but did you see what Adam Blampied said on fucking Twitter?
Yeah.
Jesus
that's,
Christ, what a fucking cuck, dude! Oh
What
my
did he
god!
say?
Okay,
What did he
wait,
say?
wait,
What
real
did this
quick,
cuck say?
Okay, real quick. So there's this guy named Adam Blampied. He used to be a part of this thing called What Culture Wrestling, really big channel, and they just started their own thing called Cultaholic. They quit, and he just said, and because of this whole Harvey Weinstein, everybody's getting busted. Everybody's getting busted that they've been acting sleazy. So he got outed that he would abuse his power. Essentially, there's nothing wrong. In my opinion, he did nothing wrong. He basically used his status to talk to women and get nudes and flirt with them and all this shit. But he didn't offer them anything. He didn't persuade, say, hey, you want a part? You want to be famous? You want this or that?
If a
He's
girl
just being-
consensually, a girl
Yes.
consensually sends you
But-
nude because she thinks she likes you, then what's the problem?
Yeah, there's no
Hunter,
fucking
here's
problem.
the problem. Here's two problems. All right, he had a girlfriend. He said they had an open relationship. They didn't. Two, he said he abused his power by trying to persuade them
Like
to
what I
give
just-
him
what I just said.
And number three is he is an ally / male feminist.
Well, see, that's the
Well,
thing.
male feminists are always pervs.
But what he said was,
Why?
this is what he said. He said, he was doing this when he should have been a better ally and feminist. That's what he said. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my
fuck
God.
you, Adam. He was one. I loved Adam. I love what he did with What Culture.
What Culture is amazing.
Fuck him.
And I was just
me,
like,
me and Tonka had beef with him because we were trying to get attention from like the wrestling community, and some of the guys like Steven Larson, Whole Effing Show, and all those people came out and kind of retweeted what we found with YouTube, kind of fucking burying wrestling videos. But they didn't pay attention until their videos got affected.
Until they got affected, yeah. That's true.
And then they came out and said, hate speech is a problem on YouTube, and don't.
That's right. I remember Adam saying that shit too. It was like at a live event, right?
Yeah. So he's
hate that. It's like that just literally pressures YouTube to just like, because the problem is hate speech. I know everyone says this, but like hate speech is such a wide. It's like what hate speech to like a leftist is anything they don't agree with. So me simply saying something they don't agree with is hate speech, when I don't think I've ever actually said hate speech.
Yeah.
Like I've never like
nothing actually hateful. Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Like there are a couple people on the internet that I actually like despise. There's some that I just like respond to because it's a response. Some that I just want to troll, and others that I like flat out do not like. Like Riley Dennis is someone that I actually just can't stand on YouTube.
Yeah.
But still, I'm not like encouraging violence. I'm not like trying to do anything that's like hateful towards him. But I'm sure he thinks me calling him Trailer Park Tranny is like hate speech or something.
He is a little trailer park tranny. Like, yeah, I think that's actually a good description.
Yeah, well, he looks like he's he always has the beanie that says "little queer." And what's funny,
I hate that.
What's funny is like me and this girl that I used to hang out with loved to watch his videos just to like make fun of him. And him and especially when he's with his girlfriend is so annoying. But he will literally like stress that he is a woman so many times. Like he'll be like, "Hi, I'm a woman," blah, blah. And like even his girlfriend is like I went on her Instagram. I was like doing some stalking or whatever, and every picture she has with Riley, she's like hanging out with this girl today. It's like they have to keep on like
she's like trying. Riley's trying. Yeah. Well, I just want to say one last thing about Riley. About that is, did you guys see the tweet?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I did not see it. I'm not on Twitter.
My
That's right. Okay. She said, Riley, I have a look at I've Hunter, I know exactly why you hate her and all this stuff. Like, I don't have a problem calling Riley her. I really don't give a fuck about that.
No, it's fine, dude. It's cool. Yeah. I don't care. I call Riley is going through transition, but at this point, I call Riley a he just out of pure disrespect for
I get it.
Retarded he is.
The stuff that Riley's done, and I made my first video on Riley about that Antifa bullshit. But Riley said recently that she realized that she was never a man, so like it just didn't make sense. Like, she's not a male to female transgender because she realized that she was never a man. And
I did see that tweet, and it was so. And it's
stupid. Like that shit sent me over the edge because I'm like, how the fuck? Everybody was just, how the fuck are you? How you trans then?
Well, then why would you transition then?
How are you
fucking moron?
Oh man, that was the one that I'm like, all right.
Oh, here it is. As a trans woman, I'm not male to female because I was never male. And I just wrote, "You need help."
Why are you transitioning?
Yeah.
Then what's the whole like transition stage literally makes no sense.
It makes no. It's completely redundant. It's nothing.
If in that case, then why is Riley even growing his hair out or like going through facial feminization surgery? Why is that even happening?
That's how Riley's sick in the head.
Yeah,
Riley's a product of Tumblr. That's all he is.
Oh, the worst Riley Dennis videos ever are the sex toys one.
Oh,
I haven't seen them. And I don't.
I literally would lie. He just did a new one that I haven't watched yet, but it was like it was a sex swing.
Oh,
yeah, he
damn, you guys said that fucking in complete sync.
Yeah, he's sponsored by like Adam and Eve or something. And me and this chick that I used to be, I used to be talking.
Damn, dude, I want to get some of that shit, dude.
No, we were gonna call up Adam and Eve and like troll them or like report him or whatever. I forget, but it would have probably been like too far. Like I wasn't trying to like get him to lose his sponsorship or anything, but I think we just. Oh, right. I wanted to say. That's right. I wanted to say, hi, I recently saw your sponsor on a Riley Dennis video, and I ordered his sex toys, and when it arrived, it was a really big box, and I opened it up, and Riley Dennis himself was in the box, and he raped me or something. I forget I just wanted to say something like super stupid and like really insane. but I never did get around.
Yeah, it's not a good idea because nowadays, like, they'll just fucking take your word for it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to you. You're violated. I believe you. I believe everything you say.
No, they won't
Who
take
gives
my
a
word
fuck
for it.
about
I'm a
it?
man. They only take your word for it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to soften your voice.
Oh my God. Okay. Actually, today I was in my class and we were talking about feminist jurisprudence. It's a fun class, and everyone kept saying things like, "I know that the vast majority of sexual assaults are women, but," and I'm like, okay, dude. Just look at the stats, dude. Stats. Come on. Okay. Also, like, and then like this one guy, he was like, he actually said, like, I know that the vast majority are women, but what you just said actually is completely false because I am a law student, and I am a graduate student. You just said bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
You watch this real fast, guys. It's real fast. Share screen. This is a summary of today's entire stream right here. Public trust, 24%. Candace Owens, 26%. A 20-year-old condom you found in your wallet. That's public trust with
Why is
Candace.
she like, okay, I think Dave is right. I think she's just playing victim. Like, that's her thing.
Yeah.
That's what
The fact that I heard Blaire mention how she was like, it's so hard as a black woman. And the minute I didn't know she said that, but like hearing the fact that she said that, like, in my books kind of just discredits her.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to claim to be against SJWs and the victim mentality and all that, but the minute you're in a difficulty, you're going to cry victim, then you are no better than them.
Instead of talking to us. Like, talk to me. Talk to me.
Exactly.
Here,
And,
watch
I
it.
was mentioning that, like, Andy, think about, well, not just Andy, but all of you guys, like, think if this happened to one of us, if there was some big scandal that was, like, released, my first thing to think about, like, that I would do would be come up on YouTube and explain what's going on.
Yeah, make a
from
video.
my point of view. Yeah, make a video. And, like, especially if I was invited on here, like, Rage After Storm, I know she kind of disappeared, which is a shame because, like, I was friends with her. Like, we would talk every now and then on like WhatsApp, and she was going to come on a stream. And if I were in that position where people were all getting angry at me, I would come on a stream and defend myself. Or if I actually thought I was wrong, in this case, Candace is completely wrong because the website is being used to dox people, I would admit I'm wrong and then just move on from there.
That's all we asked for.
If you just admit you're wrong, it
Yeah.
it literally fixes almost everything. I mean, it doesn't fix the people that were hurt from the website and stuff, but it's at least a step in the right direction rather than just like having radio silence. And the fact she's like, I'm not going to talk about it, or that she's calling you guys trolls. It's like, you're supposed to be you guys are kind of like on the same side. I don't want to like sound like a picking side.
Yeah, but generally speaking.
And isn't it funny how, like, I guarantee you she supported your guys' videos and liked them or whatever, and then the minute you call her out for something, she's like, oh, you're a troll.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't just become a troll for calling someone out on their bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you expect people who, like, a lot of people, like, it's like you're in a kind of, sphere where people ask questions. People are not just going to listen and believe. Like, that's like the opposite. But then a lot of people are listening and believing, but still, I mean, it's like people are going to ask questions. You're not going to get off scot-free with this.
Oh, yeah. I've dealt with this earlier on this month. It was kind of the same with Andy and your crazy hair situation, where you've got a person who you've taken them on face value, really, and then you felt so stupid for doing it, but you've had to go and correct yourself. You've had to correct it, make sure that your integrity is in place, because you've like, look, I was wrong, and let's come out with the information that we've got now. And that's all you can do is basically
Crazy hair
yourself.
Crazy Hair was such a cunt, though. When I was watching the stream, and Andy, I know that people were like accusing you of being triggered or whatever, but it's like I actually enjoyed seeing you yell at her because she literally deserved to be yelled
There's
at.
a difference between being triggered and being angry. Triggered is when you say something like, "Yeah, men have
here's the honestly
too," and then someone freaks out.
Yeah, the best definition for triggered, in my opinion, is an over-the-top emotional response to something.
Yeah. So, did you just say Diet Coke? Is that fat phobic?
Yeah, just like what?
Things,
but Andy, like that's what a lot of people need to understand, especially even within our own fan bases. And like, I'm not like going after my fans because I mean I obviously like them and stuff, but a lot of people think the minute that you show like a bit of emotion, then you're like, quote, triggered. And it's like being triggered means if I sat down in front of my camera and was crying and yelling and screaming the whole time and didn't make any points, that's a lot different than every now and like I know the Young Turks
I'm
were
a
trying.
person too, and
Yeah, and like
I'm
people still
angry
have
in all my
emotions.
videos. I'm angry in almost all my videos. Like, what is that the first time you seen me angry? Like, what's wrong with you?
Exactly, and like the fact was like she was crying and shit, and then what really pissed me off was when she refused to delete the footage. Like she straight up was like, "I'm not gonna delete it." I was like, "What the fuck?"
And then we're the bad guys because we dogpiled a stalker.
And it really ties into Candace, because it's like you're the bad guys because you asked questions. She doubled down basically, and then she claimed that you guys were that everyone who was asking her questions were a targeted harassment or paid shills.
I know you guys had your thing, but I still gotta say fuck her for the Dieter thing. She said that somebody falsely said that somebody inappropriately touched her. I saw it. Andy saw it. Sargon saw it. I was sitting right next to fucking Dieter, and that's not at all what happened. Dieter basically went to tap on the shoulder.
He was asking her to calm down because she was yelling at security and almost got us all kicked out. And he's like, "Stop, hey!" And she goes, "You're assaulting me right now." I'm like, he was tapping you on the shoulder when you're yelling at a security guard. What are you talking about?
Well, he was also tapping her on the shoulder because the guy was kind of autistic and she was making fun of the dude as well.
Yeah, I know he was like a bit special needs, right?
Yeah.
Also, here's another thing. Was he going after? I don't really know the story. But
she had the camera way too high, and he asked her to lower the tripod that it would be like at our head level rather than because she's in front row. So it was a bit too high, and he's asking her to lower the camera, and she's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I have the right to do this," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, and the guy, was a little bit special needs, and I'm just like, "Yo, is this bitch like?" I don't want to be kicked out of this, Like
I was sitting next to Dieter, and Dieter basically tapped her on the shoulder like this. And
was that
she
creepy?
Just spun around. Well, whatever.
You're like caressing.
Yeah. Well, it's a bottle of moonshine, so of course. But she spun around and was like, "Don't touch me! Stop caressing me!" and made a whole big deal about it. And it was ridiculous because the person she was accusing is a fucking nice person. So it was fucking bullshit. But the second thing, she did a shitty thing towards Cog. What was it, last week, Cog? Cog posted a tweet for a GoFundMe because he needs a new laptop because his computer's fucking is turning.
I'm surprised it lasted that long, actually.
And so he put the GoFundMe up. And she replied to the tweet saying, I was going to give you 50 pounds, but something, blah, blah, blah. So I decided to.
I need to apologize. She was going to extort an apology out of me so she'd donate money to my GoFundMe.
Yeah, so I just
I was going to give you
pounds.
Out of spite.
Out of spite, yeah. I'm fucking broke, but I'll give fucking Cog 50 pounds out of fucking spite to make sure that. And I'll dedicate it to fucking Crazy Ear. Fuck her. Fuck that cunt.
It's just weird.
You know what? You
came Derek God? Derek just Spanish?
Oh.
Yeah.
He just muted her. But what were you saying, Based? You could think what?
No, I was saying you're welcome to give me money. I just put myself $48,000 in the hole for Kilroy. So all of you dicks better be there.
And I hope you lose all the money. I hope you fuck up. I hope you
I'm going to pull your nuts off and shove them down your throat, you son of a bitch, and fucking chase me.
I hope everyone shows up and there's no like venue. You just robbed everyone.
I'll be like arriving in the US.
It's not going to be DashCon.
Oh my God, yeah.
I should be arriving in the US at that point. If I can get to there, it's still the other side of the country that I've got to get to. And it's just like, I can get there. Yeah.
It's fine.
Now that my sister isn't getting married anymore, I can actually think about doing things in the future.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of.
You come to VidCon. We're all gonna have a fucking awesome.
Guys,
awesome
I'm
time.
literally like, I know VidCon is so far away, but I'm so excited to go and hang out at VidCon.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've been thinking about that still. Totally.
We could all like just stream together, and it'd be so awesome.
Actually, Jeff Holiday had an amazing. Actually, Derek, you were there too when he had his phone and that camera.
Oh, the 360. Yeah,
it was like 360, and you could watch it in VR. It was fucking nuts. That was cool.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Speaking of VR, is anyone looking to buy a PlayStation VR?
Man, shut the fuck up.
No. Yeah, I have PSVR, and now it's sort of like that. It's like
I'm literally selling my entire PlayStation and the VR and the controllers and all the games.
Fine, $300. Go.
No, I'm gonna sell for like a K, 1K.
Yeah, and do you know what my favorite VidCon moment was? Taking a selfie with Sleeping No BS. No, I was there.
Oh, you took a selfie with Sleeping No BS. I saw No BS for like 5 minutes, and then he just passed out.
Yeah, he was.
He was sleeping. No BS.
No bullshit.
Wait, no bullshit. Was that VidCon?
Yeah. For like a second, yeah.
I don't know what this dude looks like still.
It's like a big
I'll send you
Please send over a picture because I'm so incredibly curious. I love No Bullshit. Me and him stream all the time.
Yeah.
But the problem is I saw that he got his video got reposted by Richard Spencer.
Yeah, what? Richard Spencer.
And no, he didn't. Oh, dude, I just know that if I saw my videos getting reposted by Richard Spencer, I mean, I wouldn't like freak out about it, but I'm like, that's not really a very good look.
Not at all.
I don't know that it really matters because the alt-right is done with him anyway.
Yeah.
Richard Spencer is one of those guys that, he's a typical example of, I absolutely think he deserves free speech because his ideas are very stupid.
But he's a total wang.
He literally called like the Constitution faggy. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, he makes a point, but...
Yeah, that's Richard Spencer for you.
Just kidding.
Well, I mean, everyone, like, guys, I'm sure that all of us have some, like, extremist followers. I know that a long time ago, actually, when my channel was still really small, someone tweeted me that they liked my videos, and this was back when I would, like, retweet all the like, nice tweets I got, because, like, they were kind of cool, like, super special. They're still cool. But, I retweeted this one dude, and it wasn't until like it's been up for like a couple days that I realized he had a swastika logo like as his profile photo, because all I saw was like, "Hey Hunter, love your videos," and I was just like retweeting shit really quick. I didn't like look on his page and see what he's about, and someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, "Oh my word!" So, I mean, I was able to like get that off my page before it became into like.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy still watches me, but for a long time I had someone who was in my comment section who was like, "Hey, you should really cover the greatest story never told." And he was dead serious.
I just got an email about that.
He would
every time. Everybody sends me that.
It's a fucking 6-hour documentary about Hitler did nothing wrong. He's a good guy.
Wait, what's the video called? What's the movie called?
The greatest story
you're about to get
never
fucking red pilled right now, boy. You're about to get fucking.
Oh yeah, do you guys get any people like I've seen people comment every now and then they're like, Hunter's still a cuck because he won't agree with white nationalism or he won't agree with like the white.
I get that all the time,
and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys. I mean, it surprises me how many alt-righters watch my content, because if I say something negative about them, which I've done in a few videos, then all of a sudden they come out of the woodworks like, what the fuck? Yeah. How dare you?
Well, what's funny is like I have like, because I tend to think of all my followers who are just like me. Like I tend to think that they are all just like me, which is simply not the case. And so sometimes I see people where they're like, I'm unsubbing, and I'm like, what? Well, like the whole point of my channel is talking about views we don't always agree with and like not being in an echo chamber. But then the minute I say something people disagree with, they're like, I'm out of here.
They unsub.
And it's like, wait,
dude,
what? It's like,
I lost hundreds of subs when I said I wasn't voting for Trump.
It was the opposite for me. I said I was voting for Trump.
May I interrupt?
Sorry. No. I lost 600 subs that day.
Hey, Hunter, check your email, Hunter.
Chat. Liberal Lunacy, Shannon High sent a super chat. Said thanks for using my screen grab, Andy. I'm so
yes, that was you. Yeah, thank you very much for that. And I did see all her tweets, and you helped me out. Like fucking everyone was sending me shit. Like it was beautiful. It was just like a snowball effect. But I'm gonna chill on Candace Owens now because I made 3 videos, made my fucking point. And if she doesn't want to
destroyed her, dude. In your first video where you were exposing her, like I said, I had no idea what was going on, and I was like, "Wow, I did not know."
The third one is brutal. The third one I think is the.
I'll have to go watch it after this because I haven't seen it yet. And by the way, Andy, I know this is really off subject, but I know I already told you this.
We all really skipped over that.
I really enjoy your new style you're doing with the green screen.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's a
Yeah,
lot more,
you must have a
more
really
work.
good green. You must have a really
sorry.
good green screen setup because I was like, just from like an editing standpoint, I was watching it and I noticed there's like no grain or like the edges look super like good. Whenever
lighting,
I do
brother.
green screen, it always looks sort of sloppy. Like I can
Well,
never
you
get
know
it quite right.
It's
You
because
gotta
Andy's
fix your
really a
lighting.
hologram. Andy
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
I actually think I DM'd you about
And
that
the
the
one-
other day. I was just like, seriously, it's such a good format that you've got now going on your channel. It's
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
it's
Well,
so
I needed to
interactive,
shake it
it's,
up. I needed to
yeah.
shake it up because it was the same. And we used the other room, and we have like a bunch of lights. We lit up the green screen alone, and we light up me
Yeah, see,
alone.
the thing is, I only have 2 lights. They're like LED. They're
The
meant
thing
for
is
like
to
video.
lower the ISO on your camera so it's a dark green. If it's a light green,
Dude,
it's
I'm an
gonna,
auto faggot.
cut
I'm
off
an
even
auto
more
faggot.
edges.
Yeah,
I'm the
you
guy
need-
that just
you need-
I just like switch my camera on auto and I'm like, let's just hope for the best here.
Yeah, that's why you look like a fucking
Yeah.
ghost in your videos, dude.
Actually,
Just-
my lighting is pretty professional, buddy.
I have
pretty-
only
a lot
one
better than
ring
yours.
light.
I love
And,
that. I love that.
And also, I've been
Boxes.
scripting my stuff too.
See,
I've
I
been
don't know
scripting
how
it
you
all,
get away with
yeah.
not scripting stuff. Every single video I do, except for the ones where it's like in black and white and it's meant to be unscripted, I have almost like a word for word script that I'm reading from.
I have
Yeah.
never scripted any of my videos.
Yeah,
Every
What?
single
Like, how
I
do
just
you?
started? I just started. No, I mean it's easy to non-script. All you do is talk about the thing you're talking about for about 20 minutes to half an hour, and then trim down all the
Yeah.
fat. Right.
Yeah, sometimes
And then
it's-
only
But the
sometimes
thing
I-
is, like, I feel like when I react to a video live, like on a live stream, my responses are so like sloppy, and I feel like if I don't write it out, I can't. I don't know. The fact that like, well, you can probably tell my videos are scripted because
well, how I used to do it is I'd watch the scene and then I'd look and then I would think for a second and go, all right, here's a joke. Blah, blah. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm going to do another one just in case.
you
that
must
one
just be
sucks.
honestly, you
Blah,
must
blah,
be
just-
quicker on
it's
your
just
feet
improv.
than me. You must be way quicker on your feet because
blah. I
for
did
me, like, I
second
just can't-
for 5 years, which is like improv, a comedy, right?
okay, so you
I,
have like
I was trained in that, and I did stand up
Ugh.
for 8 years.
I used to lie to
Fuck
all of
you.
my friends and said that I was in acting classes.
Really?
That's how I got my experience. I lied to people.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy, why don't you improv jumping off a bridge?
I mean, I don't think
I will.
So that's the thing. I did do acting classes. I was just great at reading scripts, so I thought, fuck it, I'll just get like, do you know when you have to read from a book and actually like and have like inflection in your voice and stuff and have emotion there? That was something I was good at. I could learn the lines and stuff over time and shit like that, but fuck, I'd rather just write scripts.
Cox, can you do an American accent so we can understand you?
Do you guys know does Sargon
I
use a
just gotta
script?
talk like an American for a while.
think
So
he
you guys
does.
can
I
Yeah,
just heard
Sargon
in-
writes his stuff out.
I would definitely
Different,
think he does because like every now and then what I'll do, so with my really serious videos, I won't have my face in it and I'll do more of like a documentary style, like my abortion video and my Islam one, videos that I think could like are really controversial that I just don't feel like there's room for joking at all. Like you can't really make jokes about, well, I mean I make abortion jokes.
Abortion jokes are hilarious.
But I mean like this was actually supposed to be a video on like why I think abortion's bad. And so I wanted it to come off more serious. And that's honestly like those are the easiest videos to make because if my face isn't in it, then I just sit down at my mic and just read my script.
Yeah.
And it takes like 20 minutes to record, which is really nice.
Yeah, usually I end up recording like an hour. And usually I like think up what I'm gonna say and then I say it a few different times and then I move on. But like I don't
That's literally like insane.
Hey,
I must be the
everyone,
only one here with ADD.
I have to run. I have to run, everyone. Thank you very much, Derek, for hosting tonight. I had a blast.
Andy, let's stream soon, dude, or at least like just
Yeah,
talk and catch up, dude.
Awesome. DM me. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
doing so
I don't have DMs,
So
but
Yeah,
I'll
talk
text
to
you.
you.
Well, he has DM on fucking Instagram, right?
I'll just text you, Andy, or whatever.
Yeah, cool.
I text Andy good night and good morning every
It
single day.
does. And everyone watching, thank you very much. And Candace, go screw yourself.
No.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, because yeah, it is. I want to see if I can try to get out of here in like about 10 minutes or something. I've said it. I don't know how many times. I'm probably gonna look back at this stream and see how many times I've said that I need to read these super chats, and they piled up so much. So what I'm gonna try and do is blaze through them, and hopefully some of them are good that we can actually Respond to, and let me see where I left off.
Let me sub to your guys. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. I'm about to cut out, but I want to subscribe to you guys, to the people on the stream that I haven't subbed to. So,
Sub to me, piece of shit.
Based Mama, is that what your username is?
Yes.
Okay, here you are. I found you.
I'm so special now.
I wasn't subbed before. I'm sorry.
You should be. Sugar Tits is sub to me, so I tell everybody about that.
Sugar Tits is subbed to me too, and she's been since like 3 years ago. So, Sugar Tits was subscribed to me before I even had one video on my channel. So, I'm just kidding. And then let me subscribe to Failure. Now that like I know you guys, I can call you guys my friends.
Man, hurry the fuck up.
Just go. Start reading your super chats.
Hey,
I just
Derek,
need to know. I know
start
cognitive
reading
thought.
them-
All I see. Wait, what's your username? That girl. What? That girl.
That girl with an opinion.
Oh, okay.
That girl, I can't figure out how to calm his channel.
I got it.
Didn't
Okay.
me.
Sorry for that little interruption,
Went
Derek. I'm gonna run. Thanks for having me on, dude. It's always really fun, like talking and hanging out with you guys. And then I'll have to do a stream sometime with you guys. So.
Yeah. Are you real quick? You subbed to Cognitive Thought, motherfucker?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
You've been subbed to me for ages.
Am I?
Yeah.
I never see your videos. No, I'm not subbed to you. That's why.
I thought you were.
Every single person I just subbed to has either 10,000
subs.
subs or 13,000 subs.
No, I remember when you subbed to me ages ago, and you even chatted to me on like my old Twitter account when I had that as well. But since I had a lot of,
I think I just
YouTube's been
followed
fucking
you.
with us, say that.
I
People
followed
do
you on
tell me
YouTube.
as well. I don't know. People have told me that I've been losing subs and stuff like that. Have you had that where people say that they've subbed to you and they've like not a sub anymore and shit like that?
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Honestly, those are the only comments that bother me when like people say like you've changed, I don't like you anymore, and it's like, damn, what did I do?
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that is weird.
All right, later, man.
See you.
See you, man.
Bye.
Okay, for reals now. Here's the real shit.
Super chat.
Okay, we're gonna start with Brian Stevens. It was $2. Says Steve Shies blocked me after one polite tweet today. That's it's pretty good that he wasn't blocked before. That's pretty good. And dude, Gareth Green, this motherfucker has been super chatting left and right all night. This guy's super generous. I appreciate it very much. So, he said, Blaire and Andy are heroes of mine. They're both gone. I have a crush on Andy, and I do find Blaire attractive. Do with that what you will. I mean, why not? I think a lot of people would probably agree with that assessment. And he has a lot of super chats. I'm probably let me see. Do any of you know who KCJ is? Has anybody heard of KCJ? Because another one with Gareth Green, he says, how does and he's talking about Candace, how does she compare to KCJ or Lacey Green? And I'm assuming with the whole like, switching thing, kind of like how Lacey Green hasn't necessarily changed. She's just very open and understanding, and you can talk to her, and she's not all fucking saying that.
Cassie J, I think she was the one with the Red Pill documentary.
Oh, is that her?
Oh no, KCJ is that this? No, I think she's a black woman. I don't think it is the. I don't think it is. I don't know.
Oh.
I just typed in KCJ and it's just come up with. I could be wrong here though. Give me a second. Could be. Let's have a look.
All right. Let me see what.
So you're right. You are right. Cassie J. Yeah, Cassie J.
So that's her. Okay. Yeah, because she did. I saw that documentary too, where she started off being kind of feminist, and she started seeing all this stuff and seeing how now she's all conflicted towards the end of it. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's great. Great film.
Yeah. Let's see. Another one from Gareth Green, $7 says, "You guys are real. Love you." Another one, he was saying it's perfectly possible that she has changed her political views, but it doesn't. Wait. She doesn't. Oh, but she doesn't see a problem with the social autopsy. I mean, that could definitely be the case, where she maybe she has a blind spot, like cognitive dissonance, if you will, or she just she sees a lot of different things. She's like, oh yeah, I'm totally open to all this other stuff, but for that specific subject, she just doesn't see where it's wrong. Maybe she can't understand. But at this point, I don't really think that's an excuse, because there's been a bunch of videos and a bunch of talking points. I'm sure a bunch of people tweeted things at her. I think at this point she should understand why social autopsy was a terrible idea and why it's bad. So whatever. But let me keep going. Crazy Cow says, tell Hunter we want to see more of that toucan chest. Well, he's just gone. Sorry about that. Brazen Bunny. And by the way, if at any point in time, if anybody just wants to fuck off, because I'm just reading through them, feel free. I don't want to keep you here. But if you want to,
I gotta go because I got class at 9 a.m.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
Don't feel obligated to stick around. If, No, appreciate you coming on. So yeah, you have a good night, right? You're still night over there, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's see.
Nah.
All right. Anybody else?
Nah, I'll chill.
All right. So let's blaze through this and then we'll wrap it up. So so Brazen Bunny, $2. Appreciate it. Says that website is a danger to witness protection too. That's somewhat true. It's somewhat, it could be true. It's, but the point of witness protection is to have a complete different identity. But Maxwell Bear, $2 says what website was monstrous. She's either evil or stupid. And I guess you choose.
Hey.
And I knew.
Hey,
what are you saying?
Hey, Bunty.
Oh fuck, Bunty!
What up?
What the fuck? But now you show up, Bunty?
Dude, I was just doing stuff. I was just chilling. Hey, how are you? How's it going? I haven't seen you moving around in ages, base mama. Last time I saw you in LA, I miss you too. You're such a sweet person to look at.
Interwebs hugs.
There you go. Sorry about that. I interrupted something. I apologize. Okay.
Well, I'm reading off the super chats, and then we were gonna close it off. So it's gonna do like a good 10 minutes. So just stick around and let's react to some of these super chats, and that'll be good. Set the very S, and let me see. Okay, this I ate ass. That's a I ate ass. That's a I ate ass. That's cute. 2 pounds. It says I knew there was something that I didn't like about her. Yeah, we were talking about Candace Owens, of course. I don't know if you heard earlier. Fucking goddamn Blaire White. Andy and I started off the stream, and then Blaire White jumped on, and she just went in hard on Candace, just saying that she definitely does not trust her at all. Definitely thinks she's 100% fake. Just things that we were kind of being skeptical about, but saying there's no definitive proof that she's fake. But in her perspective and a lot of other people's perspective, that there is definitive proof. Just looking at her demeanor, her videos, and everything that's happened since, and how she's acting and how she's reacting to the whole controversy. And I'm just waiting for her to be something to really leak or something to show that she definitely planned this. So I can.
Well, I mean, I feel like you already have your response in a lot of ways, considering the fact that, she's blocking everyone that's asking her any kind of questions related to it or criticizing the manner in which she's handling it. It's super, super, it's very evident. And, the fact that, I asked her if she wanted to come on and just interview. I was literally just going to ask her I wasn't going to, hit her with anything. I was just going to ask her the questions surrounding the situation, but she never replied. And then she started blocking you guys. She blocked you? Has she blocked you?
She hasn't blocked me. She probably, unless she became aware of the stream, but I wasn't specifically going in on her hard, but just the fact that I'm hosting people that are, might be enough of a reason. No, I'm still, she hasn't blocked me, but I don't think, because I haven't even talked to her, especially since I just discovered her.
I didn't really go at her hard. I just kind of tweeted out. I mentioned, I said, how to look bait in 2017. Block everyone that criticizes you. So it's as soon as she saw that, I guess it was just I tagged her in it, and she blocked that. That wasn't even hard. I was just that's kind of bait. It is bait. It's so bait that she blocked everyone.
That's crazy. That's one of those things where I'm it's so unfortunate, and it's unfortunate to see people, the ones that are coming to their defense when they really should. It's come on, guys, be rational about this. There's some people that you can't defend on certain issues. I don't care how much you like them. Just be reasonable and see that there's something wrong. You know, and we've had this before. We already discussed it before talking about what happened with Rage After Storm. The same fucking thing happened where there was an issue, and then we wanted to talk about it, and then she ran away and started blocking everybody, and then a bunch of people were saying all this crazy shit, like, "Oh, you're this and that, and this is happening, and you guys treated her so poorly." And it's like, we really didn't. Just like we reached out to her, we wanted to talk. I mean, like I said, I had her too.
I mean, the way this clips that they chose for like the Rage After Storm stuff was very interesting because like it did at some points make it look like, you know, you guys were pretty much just like trying to get her back into this like circle. Like it was like a group chat where like we could like rein her, like, you know, that whatever conspiracy she was like talking or whatever she was talking about, you know, like the race realism and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's what I felt like that seemed like, and that's one of the things I see a lot of people that don't like the skeptic community or stuff like that talk about, you know.
Oh yeah,
So-
it was an opportunity to try to take jabs, and I saw a lot of people just take things out of context. It was really unfortunate, especially you know, I'm glad that, you know, it pretty much died down for the most part. I think a lot of people started to understand. I think a lot of people started to understand that maybe they started to think about it and started to reflect that look how these people are behaving. Like that's not how an innocent person behaves. Somebody that, you know, maybe realizes that the guilt or they might have possibly made a mistake. They don't go running for the hills. Like they don't go blocking everybody and saying that everybody's triggered. And that's essentially now what Candace Owens is doing, where she starts blocking people. She's she's saying that people are paid misinformation. Like that's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, that thing with the trees logic.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. And I even did a little fucking skit about that shit. I was pretend I'm talking to George Soros because he's fucking like George Soros is funding this stream, and I'm very happy to take his money, you know, and like that's just crazy shit, man.
George Soros is the best grandfather I've ever had. He's the best.
He's wild.
You act like I'm joking, but I'm actually the real Soros plant on YouTube. I'm not even joking. I'm the one that's here to fuck everything up. Everything. I've just infiltrated all the communities that have white supremacists in it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be doing Soros a favor.
This is great. This is breaking news. I got to get this out to Tariq. He's going to be ecstatic to hear this shit, dude.
Yeah, that I'm the real weapon against white supremacy. No, anyway, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read a couple of these fucking stupid ass super chats. Airshots 22, $5, appreciate it. Oh, it's Canadian dollars. And he said something that actually made me smile because this guy, remember this. It says Chris Ray Gunn makes really shitty jokes. He's Hispanic, so he loves the coke. And that was actually from a Diddy that I made. You remember that fucking app?
Oh yeah,
Diddy?
that's so good. It's so good. I love that app. We gotta start using that again. Can we drop that just right now? Can we do some Candace Owens?
Dude,
let's do some
that's
Candace Owens.
fucking brilliant. That's fucking brilliant, dude. We should make some Candace
I'm
Owens.
doing it right now.
I love it.
I'm doing it right
man.
now.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna blaze through these things so I can make one.
I love that. You had a moment where I just told it. He told you. You're like, oh shit. This is gonna be great.
Oh fucking hell! I'm excited. Gareth, another $20 and read all my super chats. I'm trying, man. You sent so many of them. I really appreciate it. You wanted Andy to blow him a kiss. Andy's gone now. I'm sorry, dude. Eric Hammer, $5. You'll blow him a kiss?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it to Andy too. I'd bang him actually. Just being real. We're all gonna be real.
He did not say he would bang Andy.
I mean,
why wouldn't you ban Andy? That guy talks about sucking dick like a pro. Seriously. That guy.
And you know him and Chris are fucking each other like crazy. So I mean, why not?
How are you, by the way, Cognitive? I never really said hi to you.
Not too bad, Bunty. How are you doing, man?
Hey, I'm great. I love that accent.
I think I'm on your server. I've seen you a few times in there. I think I've.
I'm generally in my Discord server for sure. Sorry. Anyways, let's give the show back to.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
Conversation.
We're connecting over to like someone else's stream. Hey man, how's it going? Just having our own conversation. Sorry.
No worries. Let's see, Eric Hammer, $5. Appreciate it. Says simple solution for her: get the code for the submission page and send it to us. That will either confirm her claims or bury her. Well, see, yeah, she's not like she said when we addressed it before. She's not going to address this any further. That's what she said in her latest tweet. she said that yeah, and we're all trolls essentially. That's what she said in a nutshell. It's a little bit of a paraphrase, but she essentially said that. So she's not going to do anything to. She's probably going to wait for this to die down, and probably people that don't watch a lot of us will still flock to her, and I think that's what she's hoping for. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people that don't watch us. Clearly, especially there's people that are straight up conservative. You look at somebody like Paul Joseph Watson, for example, he has 1 million subs. Mark Dice, 1 million subs. All these people have 1 million subs, and then you have people that are like Roman Millennial. I think she has a couple hundred thousand. You know, that's still a huge gap where there's still an untapped audience that she can reach out to, and they won't even probably like they won't cross platforms at all. So she can still gain a very large audience and not have to worry about like criticism and shit like that. So that's probably what she's gonna try to do. Either that.
I was going to say, to be fair, she probably has received trolling, but that doesn't excuse the legitimate criticism that she has received that she's not responding to. Exactly,
because she's saying, like she was saying, as much as I don't like Tree of Logic because the shit that she tried to pull on me, she tried to call Tree of Logic like paid misinformation. We're like, I know she's not paid misinfo. Tree of Logic is her own person making her own decisions, and she made a video about Candace, and it's fucking retarded to dismiss it by saying, "Oh, she's paid misinfo." Like, what the fuck is that, dude? That's crazy. I'm like, say what you want, about this person, but just saying that they're just a paid shill or whatever is fucking stupid.
For sure. Like that's the same thing. Like I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Tree of Logic's not the nicest, but for sure she's 100% legit. Whatever she's saying is legit. It's her opinion, all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Let me see. Alex W 2350. Appreciate that. And it says, "Yo, all you nibbers. Don't forget your main man who busted her, Chris Ray Gun and Harmful Opinions." Yeah, that's actually that was the funny thing about this whole situation. I didn't realize that Candace Owens was the person behind Social Autopsy. I completely forgot about it, and I went back and saw Chris Ray Gun's video and realized that I liked it. So I obviously saw the video, and it just didn't connect it. I thought like my first genuine impression of her was on the Rubin Report, because I never watched her videos. I just watched the stream on Dave Rubin because everybody was kind of buzzing talking about her before the controversy.
When did Chris Ray Gun break that?
This was over a year ago. This was like April in 2016. And
Chris Ray Gun knew about Social Autopsy way back when.
Yeah, over a year ago. And same with Harmful Opinion. They made videos about it. Yeah, they made videos about it when it was going through Kickstarter.
And they mentioned her name?
Yeah, she was completely a part of it. She was proud of what she was doing. She was like answering questions. And Chris Ray Gun did a very good breakdown of it. He was being it was just like it was just what do you call it? Avatar, like his avatar. And it was more of a serious, but he's still being kind of like lighthearted and quippy about it. And I thought it was a really good breakdown. And he had a lot of good concerns, and he talked about how he used to be, he was bullied back in the day, but he doesn't think that the solution, like, he thinks that cyberbullying is completely different from real life bullying. Like there's like, say there's people that there's different ways to handle shit. And obviously doxing is not the way to go. And
no, absolutely not. The fuck.
Yeah. So it was a really good video.
Online bullying. You're insane.
Yeah. Dude, online bullying. It's one of those things that online bullying, like, dude, I've even sometimes when there's people like, say I just got a few emails of somebody saying some horrible shit because they're fucking stupid. They're just trying to rustle my feathers or whatever. And I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm just ignore it. Like, that's what you can, that's the beauty of the internet. You don't have to see it. If it's something fucked up, you can not see it. You know what I mean? Like, and
what level of fucked up are you describing? I mean, does this like go to the police and tell them this is what's going on?
It's not that crazy. No, it's not that crazy. It's not. It's just vile words. Somebody just being really shitty to me, and I'm like,
someone being an asshole. Okay,
yeah, someone just being a complete cunt, and they're just saying,
not being like, yo, I'm gonna fucking find you, motherfucker.
Oh no, if they were saying something like that, I would respond and be like, okay, I'm like, this is illegal. You can't do that, motherfucker, and try to scare them. But okay, let me see what we got. Okay,
I'd post the email online.
Oh yeah, and just kind of
be like, hey, this is the guy.
This is how I work. It's like there is I believe in a legitimate form of doxing, which is discreetly done, and it's only so that you can give information over to the police, basically. Because if you're being doxed by someone and you don't know who it is, and you need to find out who that is, you need to do it discreetly, but you don't go out going, "Hey everyone, here's this guy's actual house" and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
By anyone, you don't work like that. But I do think there's a discreet way that you can definitely dox, which is not malicious. Let's say.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I have friends who would ask them like, "Can you dox me? Can you like find out information about me?" And they'd get me the information, and I'd be like, "Okay, cool." So that's the thing. Like that's how I kind of, if you can befriend people who are good at it, then that's the perfect way to kind of get it done. Because it just makes, it's like you can do it, and then you could go ahead and hand over information to the police if you feel like you're threatened, but you don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the only way.
Feel it online. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Never do that. It's you don't go down to that level. You only use it for legal purposes, and you keep it discreet as fuck.
Totally.
All right. Yeah, for sure. All right. Okay, let me keep going. Gareth Green, another one, $12, dude. And we were talking a little bit about I think we were talking about like sex and all this weird shit, and this kind of things just went off into left field. And this guy said, "Do you recommend promiscuity?" Because we were talking about that stuff. No worries. And promiscuity, for myself, especially like at my age, I don't know how old this dude is, because promiscuity could be like, say, I know some people. It really depends. I that's something that you can't really give advice on that. That's just something that's completely personal experience. Like, say, I think people. But if you're just asking me, I don't recommend it. I think back on.
I will give you advice on that. All right. No, I do not recommend promiscuity. You know why? Because girls lie and guys lie, and people look.
What does that have to do with what does that have to do with sleeping around? What do you mean by
people
that?
should be honest, okay? If you're sleeping around and you're like, in it to win it for the night or whatever, you don't know what you're getting from these people. I'm just saying, be careful, wrap it up, take precautions.
Yeah,
that's screw farm, whatever.
That's my thoughts behind it as well, to a degree. I mean, I am a little bit more liberal in the sense that I want people to have fun with their lives, and I had a period of time where I would say I was more promiscuous than I am now. And like that literally just meant that like I went down on like 4 girls in a year or something like that, But that's my level of promiscuity. But I don't really want to do that anymore, because I find that like it's just so much more rewarding to do it and just to be intimate with someone that I really love or care about. So that's why I wouldn't recommend promiscuity. I would recommend that you, if you've gotten past that phase, if you don't feel like you really want to explore your sexuality, is to really just kind of like avoid having like sex until you really connect with someone, because it's just so much better, so much more fulfilling.
Oh yeah, it is. It's like sex is sex from my point of view. I was the same. I was promiscuous when I was younger, and then I just got to the point where I was like, I've had sex a lot. Like you just kind of like, you want to settle down with someone and just have someone that you can be around, that you can enjoy the time with, and like you say, that those intimate moments, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. It was. I was just talking to somebody. I was just talking to this girl about that too, where she was even talking about her. We were comparing our stories and how, like, say, how I was thinking about it at the time. Promiscuity and the type of stuff that I was involved in seemed cool at the time, and then it said, where does it leave you at the end of the day? Where does it leave you, like, say, in the future? Or it's like all these women that I've slept with would be maybe impressive to like a high schooler and no one else. Like, it doesn't mean shit. Like, I have nothing to show for it. And so it's just like, what a waste. And I was talking to my friend that's been in a relationship for 10 years. They had a 10-year anniversary. And sometimes he says, oh, every once in a while he wonders what else is out there. And I just try to reassure him, like, dude, fuck that, dude. Like, I would way rather have been in his position and to have had a steady relationship and somebody that you can just like, have that ride or die situation for that long, opposed to, the stuff that I've been dealing with. I'm almost 30 and I'm still kind of like striking out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still trying to figure things out. So yeah, dude, Gareth, definitely try to find you a sweetheart that'll fucking be down for you, and not just someone that just wants to fuck you and leave you, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's see. Let's keep going over here. I don't know what the setting means. Oh, I was making fun of some. I I was making some stupid accent, and some guy said he's a truck driver, and he said he talks something like that. Because I was just like mimicking like how an idiot would sound, and we were just kind of picturing like some type of somebody said it would probably be like a truck driver, and he got somewhat offended. I'm like, yeah, we know not all truck drivers are fucking like rednecks and stuff, man. We know that. But I appreciate the $2. And let me see. As a black friend of mine says, racism equals whiteness. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, a lot of black people say that, Gareth. A lot of black people say that, unfortunately. I run into them quite a bit, and they're mad that I don't agree with that sentiment, you know. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
That's the dumbest shit you ever heard. That's just fucking retarded. That's like saying, "Oh, your family's from Nigeria. You were all club-footed." Like, what the no? Racism is not genetic. There's no such thing as implicit bias. You can't accidentally be a racist. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Well, so that's one of those things that
you can accidentally say, racist things that people think are racist. I want to clarify.
No, like so people like that will, like I said, cognitive dissonance. People like that will have no problem saying that all white people are racist, but they'll get mad if you say like all blacks are criminals or something. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, okay, why are you mad? Why are you mad? Because I'm not a criminal. Like, all right, so not all black people are criminals. So why the fuck would you say all white people are racist? Like, what the fuck's the matter?
Exactly. But what baffles me is that racism isn't even just black and white. You have black and white and white. You have racism within the same race. It's just it's stupid. It's ridiculous to me.
What do they call that? Colorism when
reverse racism or some shit like that. Is that what you mean?
No. It's the one. It's like where if you have lighter skin, but like you're a brown person, but you have lighter skin, and so you're preferred. So you have like colorist privilege. That confused the shit out of me because I get my hair done, and I was like, what?
Oh, I don't think about that shit.
By the way, reverse racism doesn't exist.
Of course it doesn't. It's a stupid fucking term. It's just racism. I'm like, come on, bro. Let me see. We're almost done with this shit. We got like maybe. Oh wait, we got actually quite a few.
If you refresh the page.
Yes, I just did. I was like, fuck. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna burn through these ones right here. There's a few of them from Gareth. So Gareth's fucking balling, dude. Where'd you? Jesus Christ, man.
Shekels, just throwing his shekels at you, man.
Just throwing, dude's making it rain. Fucking hell, dude. I want to hang out with this dude, man. We'll have a fucking time. Let's go to fucking strip club or some shit. Just kidding. But okay. I don't know. Maybe we won't have such a good time because he says it was $7 right here. He says oral sex is gross, bro. What the fuck are you talking about,
dude?
The fuck you on about, man?
I actually have met a guy like that before who said he wasn't into oral sex because it doesn't turn him on to the idea that he could be choking the girl or something like that or something.
Is that? Oh, he's quite big.
I don't know. I didn't look. I'll be honest with you. I just would. Okay, mate. I kind of like it.
You didn't look at his penis. At that moment, you should have dropped his pants and looked at his penis. Got out your measuring stick, and you should have been like, "Let's find out."
I'll be honest with you. It was like a tour golf. He was chilling with his missus at the time, and he was in one of those massive duster coats. So I was just like, "You could be hiding anything under there." So let's be fair.
Jesus Christ, that's funny. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this makes is this real? Is this real, Gareth? Is another $7. He says, "I'm glad I'm a virgin." I don't know if that's if you were saying that as a joke or if you are seriously a virgin, but if that's the case, that would make sense why some of these questions you're asking. And there's no shame in that, no matter what age you are. I know one of my mates was I think he lost his virginity was like 21. And I mean, of course, we kind of poked at him a little bit, but we never really give a fuck because I'm like, bro, fuck when you're ready, dude. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
It's your life, innit? Who cares?
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck would anybody really care? I mean, one thing I can say about what I liked about SoCal is there's a lot of like tropes that we never ran into where I would talk to people around the United States and they would talk about like this terrible bullying problems and all these jocks and all this shit and all these different cliques. And there were the cliques, but everybody was cool with each other, man. In my schools, like I was able to, like I would hang out with the fucking punks for a while. I'll go hang out with the fucking jocks and sometimes go play football with them. Like everybody was kind of just talking. Everyone was cool with each other. Like I didn't see, and the bullying that I would see on TV and the people that would tell me about, that shit didn't happen. And then the peer pressure of doing this stuff. Yeah, in Southern California, man. It's just maybe some of the schools were like that, but just talking to my friends and surrounding, a lot of us didn't like say, sure, there was like this one nerdy guy that he didn't necessarily get bullied. He was just a fucking cunt. And so he kind of like
Chris Reagan.
Yeah, that was just some fucking asshole named Bradley. This guy was just an asshole, and we fucked with him for that reason. It wasn't because he was like a fucking stereotypical nerd, but like say he would just, like if you try to talk to him, sometimes he would just tell you really horrible shit, and you're like, whoa, buddy, like I wasn't even trying to be mean or nothing. I was just trying to strike a conversation.
In high school, I ended up joining like the bullies sometimes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I wanted to not be bullied.
Okay.
So there was this one kid. He was a fat kid. He was a new kid in the school, and we would like lift up his shirt and give him a pink belly, and we'd call him Choco Boy.
Like Choco Boy. Were you scrawny?
That's crazy.
Was I scrawny?
That shit.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, big time scrawny. So
when you were bullying as a kid, did you ever think you'd grow up to be an internet bully like you obviously are, Bunty? Yeah.
No, man. I was just like, for me, it was like, that's what I was doing it so that I could become normal. It was that whole story between in Game of Thrones, in season 4, when Tyrion is talking to his brother Jaime, and they were talking about that autist or like retarded kid, the mentally handicapped kid that they had like as a friend or like was around, and they would make fun of him, and how Tyrion would always make fun of him, and Tyrion and then Jaime was like, why did you do that? Like, why? And Tyrion was like, that's the only time I felt normal. People weren't picking on me because they were picking on him.
Yeah.
And so that's why I kind of did it to this kid, and now, he's friends with me on Facebook, and he's like watches my stuff, which is like really, really cool. And I talk to him. Yeah,
that's cool that especially when you can make amends like that. That's awesome.
Oh, for sure. And I'm sure that he doesn't hate me, and I'm obviously sorry for doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
kids are kids, man. Everyone does everything with you. You
but
fucking idiot
you know
when
what?
you're a kid, man.
You know what? It wasn't like pink belly to the point where he was like crying. It was just like we just like slapped his belly a bit, because it was just like for us as kids we thought it was funny. But when it came to like him playing games, like we had a computer lab and we'd play like LAN games, and he would totally play LAN games with us. Anyway, so go.
Super chat.
I was like, who the fuck's talking? Okay.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, there is someone talking.
It sounds like someone's having a fucking conversation. All right, whatever. All right, I'm gonna finish these up. There's just we're almost done. We got 4 from Gareth, and then we got a couple. Who the fuck is talking?
Damn, Gareth.
Who is talking?
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just ignore it. So, okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna read all these. It's 12, 2, 12, and 12. Man, this motherfucker. Goddamn, dude. I don't know what you do, but do appreciate it. Like
whatever it is, it pays good.
I appreciate. God damn, I appreciate it because I've this. We all know the state of YouTube, so this is actually. I'm like with this, it'll be like maybe it'll be like a check. Like how it was maybe like 4 months ago. Very nice. All right, okay. Anyways, so it says I would settle for a kiss from Bunty. So he's feeling you. So that's pretty hot. And he also he said thanks for the advice when we were talking about promiscuity. And he also said he's almost 30 and a virgin for our information. So that's I mean yeah. All I can say is
like
that
it's a bad thing, man.
It's definitely not. The only thing I can say is that it's is how do you feel about it? Like, how do you feel about yourself? Like, if you're like, ready to, if you're ready to fuck or something like that, I'll also say something that there's a stigma about. I've never done myself, but I know people that have what do you call it? Escorts and shit like that. Like they've actually like done that stuff just to. Because they're like, why not rent some love? What's wrong with that? A lot of people spend their money on other stupid shit, and why can't I just spend my money on some sex? And I'm like, yeah, why the fuck not? Hell, if it wasn't so goddamn expensive, I'd fucking do it. That's just fucking crazy expensive to me. Like you look at some of these girls and like, oh, 200, 300 a night. I'm like, fuck off. What the hell? Like I'll fucking just charm my way into some fucking bedroom. I'm good. But let me see. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but he said implicit bias does exist. I know this because I have it. Of course, POCs can have it towards white people too. Oh, yeah. Okay. When we were talking about the white people equal racism. And then the last one. Here's the last one. We fucking made it. Hell yes. $12 from David Henry Posadas. Appreciate it. He says, Base Mom is super hot. And
I agree. Christina Hoff Sommers is by far the hottest feminist in the world.
Hey, Derek, you might have to refresh.
You might have to refresh.
I just saw that. I just saw that.
Never gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna keep making it rain.
No, we're leaving in like 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes, like, so you can cut off the super chats. I appreciate it. It's super generous. I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna fucking drag this out to get more money or something. Definitely. But I appreciate it. You guys have been fucking awesome. But yeah, no, Base Mama, they're clearly talking about you in that. But yes, Base Mom, like Christina Hoff Sommers, bro, like she just like just like I gotta say, like, I normally wouldn't fuck like a grandma, but come on,
I'm just like when you have the like whatever in 1 minute, I'm like.
I feel like Christina. I feel like Christina Hoff Sommers could make me like the best bowl of Kraft dinner ever. I feel like she would be like, she would take care of me. She would be like,
yes.
I could be her son, and I'd be like, hi mom, and I'd give her hugs, and I'd buy her flowers, and I would make sure that like the dishes were done. I would like, she would be the best mom. And she would be the best mom. The mom. You're talking about having sex with her, and I'm just talking about her to be my mom. Like literally, like I'd be like, hey mom,
I mean, that's why I call her Base Mom, right? But I would just say, I guess it's just me being selfish. Should be like, yeah, you get the sex and the care too. That'd be great.
I don't like that.
I'm not saying that she has. She's not saying like no, like I'm talking about taking the mom figure out of there. I'm just saying, just her being maybe like a care essentially. But let me finish this shit. So Gareth, he says the guy $7. He said the guy who picked on me in second grade is now friends with me too. And so yeah, that's good. It's great when that shit can happen, when people they grow up and they realize that, oh yeah, this was fucked up or whatever, and then they come together. It happens like a lot, and I think it's really important. If you think about if you bullied somebody back in the day, and if you do come across them, definitely like reach out to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they'll appreciate the fuck out of that, And let's see. So I had ass is another £2, and he says, "What? Why are you trying to start beef, man? Why are you trying to start beef?" He just says, "When Base Mama is hotter than that girl, awkward." I'm like, why are you trying to do? I mean,
Sam is way cuter than me. She looks like Snow White. She's so pretty.
Well,
she is.
I mean, hey, that's very noble of you to say something like that, instead of just being like, "Fuck you, I'm hot. What up?" Which I think would be an acceptable answer too.
She's just so pretty. She's just pretty. I can't help
there you go. If she's watching this, she'll appreciate the fuck out of that. But all right, last one, baby, last one. We made it. We made it to the end this time. And it's Gareth, of course, $5, and he says, "I'm from a religious background, and okay, that makes sense. Well, how I see how there's some people. I actually dated a girl. I think I was 22. I was 22. I was living in Arizona at the time. I dated a girl. She was a devout Christian. And I didn't know what the fuck I was thinking, because, she wanted to wait until marriage type of thing. And I think maybe in the back of my head, I was kind of having sinister thoughts. Like I would definitely break that. Or I was thinking, I'm like, there's no fucking way I can, I'm not getting married anytime soon. And obviously I hadn't. That was 7 years ago. But I was thinking of like, how am I going to play? Because I really liked her. I thought she was really chill. But I didn't really know how to go about that, because I'm like, obviously sex is pretty important to most people in relationships. And so I guess I thought in the back of my head that like, oh, I'll get her in a situation to just, break her edge, and which is kind of fucked up and selfish. But hey, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are you going to do? You guys got to get some pussy sometime. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Oh, we made it. And let's see how many people stuck around. We got 630 viewers right now, 632 viewers. That's quite a bit, man. That stuck around for the super chat, man. I appreciate you guys. This fucking stream has been on for almost like 3 hours or something. This is fucking crazy.
You're gonna
I
have to
honestly-
chop it up, man.
I thought it was gonna be like an hour and a half max. Especially, I was expecting somebody to come over, but they canceled. So I was like, "Fuck it, let's keep going." And it worked. This is cool, man. This is I definitely like. I loved when I was streaming weekly with Kisara. That I really had fun with that. So I missed like this feels fucking. This was great. Like I really missed streaming and talking to people and the fucking with the chat. And then a bunch of people I haven't talked to so many people in quite a while. Like baseball, I haven't had a conversation with you in a long time. Kind of thought I don't even think I've actually ever had like a one-on-one or any type of like.
And the last time I got anything from you commented on my vegan gains video saying something like debunked or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, because like you fucking just caught him. You caught him fucking having some non-vegan shit. I thought that was funny.
What is it? Vitamin D3. It's you can only really get it from you can get it from lichen if you get it as a vegan supplement, but his it derives from fish liver oils, and he's like on his channel going, "These are the supplements that you should get."
Can we have like a VidCon like hangout? Like just like a straight up like VidCon, like whoever was at VidCon, like come and like hang out. Whoever's at the place,
But
like
you
just
need more than 10 slots, though. That's the problem.
yeah. But I guess maybe it could be.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. But
that shit in fucking Discord sorted.
Oh, that's
You
true.
should do it. You should do it, Bunty, and call it like Bunty's house because that's where everybody was hanging out anyway. Like wherever you were, you just like ended up like out in front of the house, just like.
Bunty, why don't you do a Bunty King Live VidCon edition? Why don't you do that?
That'd be chill. Actually, that'd be really chill. Get some of the people that were there. Like, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, fucking. Oh yeah, let's talk about it later. But yeah, let's end this shit. I need to do something. God, I was supposed to edit a video, but whatever. It's not.
Yeah, same man.
I've just done one, so I literally just put it out.
Oh, nice. No, I'm fucking hell. I was supposed to put it out at the beginning of the week, and I think this stuff is probably irrelevant now because I did it with it's fucked up because I did it with somebody that I've been wanting to meet for a long time. She's this female hip hop artist, and she came out, and then we collabed, and I was really excited. And I told her like, yeah, the video will be out around this time, and I had some issues. I lost a third of the video footage. Then I left my camera in my friend's car. That were the fucking that was the other piece that I never imported into the computer. And then when I finally got it around, I was like, fuck. It's so late, and now
no, do it. Just put it up, bro.
Yeah, I guess I'll
put it out. I've had a video processing for like 11 days. So
mate, you want to check out what I've just done? Beta males in that, man. Beta males.
I love beta.
I swear down, like we're talking like women controlling you using your phone shit. Like, oh man, as an expert. Oh god,
that sucks, man. That's sad, but
check it out. That's fresh as well. That came out today. Oh, that's from Fusion. That sickening fucking YouTube channel.
Oh god, that's the worst. Like if you thought BuzzFeed was bad, Fusion is like BuzzFeed's retarded cousin. That you just let him on YouTube because you feel bad, and that's pretty much what all that it is. It's the worst.
It's so.
What is this? Is this like a list? Like a listicle type YouTube channel? What's this? What's it called?
Oh, no, this Fusion covers a lot of different political topics. I think they've actually the two videos they brought out today. There's one on sex robots of the future and stuff like that, and they talk about Westworld and stuff like that and shit, and how it's in TV and how it'll be the future. Someone who's doing some 3D printing or whatever with PhD, whatever. And it's like, and I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. It wasn't too bad to watch. I watched the video, and then I saw the other one that came out, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And it was just this proper beta male guy with this woman just giving him the eye every time he like puts his hand in his pocket and slides his phone out slightly, and she just looks at him and just like puts it away. He doesn't even look at it. He just like puts it back in his. Oh god, it's the cringiest shit ever. So I just started meme it.
Well, somebody said that Tim Pool worked for Fusion. Is that true? I know he was a part of Vice, but I didn't hear about Tim Pool working for Fusion.
I don't know about that.
I mean, a lot of these can start out like good and then go to shit really fast.
Yeah. A lot of the BuzzFeed as well, like Boldly used to be, I think, BuzzFeed Yellow. You can still see it if you go to YouTube /BuzzFeed Yellow, but now it's called Boldly.
Oh yeah.
I did a video on that the other day as well because it's just, but they mostly do like makeup tutorials to be fair now. So,
man, I found there's a lot of horrible shit out. I just want to say in closing, there was a lot of people that would, they would say that anti-SJW content, a lot of it's getting kind of boring or whatever and repetitive and stuff. And one thing, I was hearing what people are saying, but like say the reason why I even started saying anything in the first place, it wasn't for entertainment purposes. I actually felt somewhat of an obligation to like just speak out and say, because some of the stuff that was going on was crazy. And a lot of that stuff still exists. And it's not like what I would want in a perfect world. A lot of this stuff would just calm the fuck down, like to a very minimum. And that's not there yet. There's still like, say, I saw something on Facebook, and it was in a college where these Republicans were meeting up for like once a month or something in a library, and they would have discussions, and sometimes they would invite liberals and they would have little debates, and it was all peaceful. And then these regressive liberals came over and started screeching and trying to tell like one of the teachers that, oh, they can't do this. All these people are racist, and you're all Republicans, so you're racist. It was crazy. And I was just like, a lot of this stuff is still out there, and it's not supposed to be just for pure entertainment purposes. Like we're just trying to pwn some cucks or whatever, but actually address that this shit is real and it's still going on. Academia still has a fucking issue. And so for people that think that it's just like being kind of, it's boring or whatever, it's like it needs to be brought up. It really does. Don't let people forget that there's still people trying to completely fuck your school and your colleges, and you might want to have kids someday, and you want to make sure that they have a good education. And I'm just seeing people tweet stuff. I'm seeing My Name is Josephine tweet stuff out and saying what type of courses she's going through. That girl just talked about a fucking class she's taking that's just completely fucking regressive now, or a lot of regressive talking points. And so what I'm trying to say is, keep fighting the good fight, people. Don't just get completely bored of it. Sometimes if something's out there, maybe you want to bring it up because somebody actually could do something about it. Somebody that actually in that area might be able to address an issue, talk to a superintendent or something, So just putting that out there, guys. Don't
Hey, Dirk,
what's that?
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
When I first started talking to you, like a little bit after, you kind of disappeared off of YouTube for like half a second. Were you thinking of quitting this whole thing, or what was the deal?
No, definitely not. I never wanted to quit. I just a lot of problems, like say a lot of personal issues. Nothing like crazy, but just things that it made it hard to work, and it made it hard for me to make good content. I also wanted to make better content. I was thinking back in the day when my content was a lot more entertaining. It was a lot funnier. Because that was really I wanted people to hear about what was going on, but I want them to leave the video like smiling. I wanted people to like say kind of lift their spirits. And a lot of stuff I was putting out was fucking lazy, or it wasn't even funny, and I wasn't liking what I was putting out. I was also just dealing with stuff behind the scenes. There's always fucking dumbass stuff going on. I'm always conflicted with different things, some injuries and fucking illnesses, health problems, and it's just like I pretty much just needed to walk away for a little bit and then just come back refreshed. And I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I need to do, milestones for the end of the year, things, actually something that I haven't done since I was like fucking young. I wrote a daily schedule to keep my ass just on point with things that I need to do, and to make sure that I just hit these points every day. And as long as I follow this stuff, like I'll be fucking genuine. Today was a little bit fringe because of the stream and everything like that, but it's fine. Tomorrow I'll be back on my schedule. So I just really want to get my shit together because like I'm 29 years old. Right now I'm sharing an apartment with my friend. I'm trying to save money, but it's just, I'm not where I want to be. I was like, bro, I need to chill the fuck out for a second and think about what I want to do and what I want to do in my next steps. And so now I'm not going to post as much as I used to on YouTube. Because what I want to do is I'm going to focus a lot of energy into music, and I'm going to try to, because that's something that I used to be into, and I want to see if I can tap back into that. And then I can also do this simultaneously, and I can start making like good money. Because right now with the fucking adpocalypse, now the money's just It's just I pay the bills. It's just, I pay my bills. That's all. And which is all you can really ask for a job when it comes to essentially. But you want, I'm like, fucking hell, man. This had the potential at this point right now where I'm at. This channel had the potential where it's like I could be making. Oh no, I'm not only surviving. Each month I can buy something that I've always wanted or something, something that I can buy that electronic drum kit that I sold like over 3 years ago, stuff like that. Like, and I can't do that right now. So it's like,
I saw in the chat some dude said get a real job. I fucking laugh at that one.
Yeah, I always hear people say, because I always find that funny, like, what the hell is a real job? Like, I told somebody that, I was like, there's a guy that works in DreamWorks, or let's just say Miramax, and he's an editor. All he does is edit videos. Like, would you say that would you consider him having a real job? Like, because editing is only one aspect of what we do. We got to record, we got to write, there's so much, there's a lot of that goes into this. There's self-promotion. And there's just people that just edit videos. They get the footage and all they do is edit.
Yeah.
And like, is that not a real job?
Same dude came around and said, "Who gives a fuck what you think?" These are the people wait. These are people like in the fucking comedy club that say not funny.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking how many people are watching right now?
There's about a little over 500, 577.
I guess.
After fucking what, like 3 hours of
dude, you guys are fucking hardcore, man. After 3 hours, there's still 500 people here.
Well, the interesting thing about the whole real job thing, I don't want to really kind of go on a tangent here, but is that you said it perfectly. Like it's the fact that the editing is just one element of it, because we do so much else, so much other stuff.
It's finding the stuff. That's the thing. There's so much work in finding stuff, networking, contacting everyone, being in contact with all your fucking fans as well, and keeping you. There's so much work involved. You become an insomniac. That's the thing from this shit. You can really easily become an insomniac. I know I have. I'm up all the fucking time.
With my Twitter, it's just completely nuts, because like I'm always on it and I'm always trying to reach out and talk to people. And whenever I tweet stuff, most of the time it just kind of blows up. And so like I look at it almost like a business, and it's like the thing is that like in doing YouTube properly and in doing my Twitter properly, I ended up like applying my marketing abilities to actual brands. And like now that's the level, that's where I'm at now, where I'm like creating content for myself as well, and for stuff that's valuable to me, and also trying to like market other people's stuff. That's really pretty much what's happening here.
Yeah.
So I think most successful YouTubers, especially if they're there and they know exactly what they're doing, can be the best marketers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a log job, don't you, Bunty?
I did because and it's the reason why I did is because when I started working there in May, and I was doing social media marketing for cannabis brands, and that was like so sick, because I had control over what I would think is the most important marketing element of their brand, and it was like their social media. So I was planning posts and making their Instagram page look like perfect, like just perfect. And the thing is that that was a lot of fun. But then what ended up happening was that the company had limited budgets, and then we ended up losing the contract, and then I ended up switching to a community project. We started doing a community project within the area, and I was doing the social media for that, and like community outreach and all that stuff. And I was on the radio a bunch of times, and it just wasn't. It didn't feel the same. It didn't feel like I wasn't getting that like that. It was so sick. It felt really like it wasn't my vibe. And after that ended, I spoke to my boss, and because I was always on my phone, always once again working on my own brand, and I felt bad because I was taking up company time, and I was like, listen, I'm not really putting in the hours into work over here with you guys. I'm not paying attention really to what's going on. Like, I'm more concerned with what's happening on my end, and like we need to work something out. And so we agreed to come together as contractors. So they would be contracted to me if they needed my marketing ability, or they needed me to draw up a plan or anything like that, or lay out posts, or like kind of do some kind of outreach for them, they would get in contact with me. But that's it. So now I'm kind of becoming a freelancer in terms of marketing. That's what I'm ready to do. So yeah, it's fun.
You're coming to Kilroy too, right?
Yeah, well, I saw your message, but right now it's just a matter of funds. It's about funds. So I'm trying to acquire funds in order
Well,
to.
that's part of what we're trying to do. That's because we're pre-sale tickets are going on sale on November 15th. That's when we're gonna launch the crowdfunder. And what I wanted to do is be able to like, because I would like you to like, you know, talk about marketing yourself and building up your channel and your platform and your brand, because most people, like I see so many people have such good content, but they don't market themselves. They don't brand themselves. They're kind of all over the place. And like, if come and talk, like come and talk about it and like help people like get like figure out what they
how to
want
how to make stuff marketable.
You know?
Yeah, and that's when
it's confusing.
And it's that marketing mindset, dude. Derek, I'm so sorry this has gone on so long. I can shut the fuck up.
You can kill the stream anytime you want to.
Yeah, kill the stream. We can talk about it afterwards.
Kill this shit, Derek. Kill it.
Yeah, we're gonna murder this shit. Actually, it was actually pretty interesting, but since it's gone on so long, it's like, okay, wait, this is gonna be a whole nother like half-hour conversation. I think.
Sorry.
I mean, talk about that because that's actually interesting stuff. Because I talk about that a lot. I talk about that. I don't talk about it online a lot, but I talk about because people ask me all the time, like how you know what do I do? Or they ask for tips for the channel. But so far, I've only talked to friends in person when I've like met up with them. But I would just give them like elements to like corner the market, and then I tell them something really cheesy. I'll tell them something really cheesy though, like if you really want to succeed, man, listen to that fucking dumbass song with Mike Shinoda. It was called "Remember the Name." I'm like, listen to that fucking song and what he says. Like that shit actually, it's true. He's like 10% luck, 15% skill. He talks about he talks about that bullshit like that. I'm like, dude, if you really want to succeed, listen to that fucking song. And think about like the stuff that it actually takes to succeed. You need to take that shit to heart, and you need to apply that to whatever the fuck you're doing. And I talk about that, but I've actually tried to record 3 different videos, and I was gonna put on my second channel to tell people, give them my best advice that which is really hard to do since a lot of people don't want to do content like mine or like ours or anything like that. So I can just try to give them some very generic stuff, but every time I do it, I just don't. I feel fucking retarded because I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not the fucking arbiter of I'm not the arbiter of marketing and promotion and success. Like, it's, what the fuck?
Everything helps.
Yeah, it does.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you guys are right. But all right, okay, we're gonna end there. Thanks for everybody for hanging out for this long, man. The fucking goddamn, and appreciate you guys sticking around. Base Mama, it's always good. It's always good to talk to you. Bunty, man, it's always a pleasure. Glad you got to come around at the last minute.
Yeah,
That's
bro. Yeah, cool. I miss you guys. I haven't spoken to you guys in forever. Definitely.
Cog, man, it's good to hear from you. You got a fucking sexy voice, dude. Good stuff, man.
It's great to talk to you again, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. And failure, it's never a pleasure. Never.
Yo, I was just thinking about, oh my god, our photo together. We were holding hands in the backyard. How good is that photo? So stupid.
That's so fucking great, dude. I forgot.
I showed it to you 10 minutes later, and you didn't even remember it happened.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so good. That was such a good time. Next VidCon is going to be like 10 times better.
Dude, it's gonna be so much better. Like,
So
and the other one was like the previous one was good. Like, had a great time. So I can't even imagine. Imagine, dude. It's gonna be nuts. All right, thanks for hanging out. Oh, a failure. If you have that fucking picture, by the way, because I don't think I actually have it saved.
Yeah, I have it. I'll send it to you
hell
right
yeah,
now.
dude. Jim, hell, I appreciate that. I'm gonna tweet out for no fucking reason. All right. You guys have a great night. Hey, everybody in the chat, dude. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. With the 400 of you that stuck around. That's insane, man. That you guys are still here. That's fucking great, dude. You guys have a wonderful night.
Subs. You really
fucking awesome subs, man.
Hell yeah. It's the reason why I still want to make my content fucking better. I feel like you guys deserve it. I want you guys to fucking like actually feel like you're subscribed for a reason, and not just because this guy's kind of cool. But yeah, you guys are fucking dope.
I cracked up at your rap at Eminem. That was fucking hilarious.
Okay? I'll just say last thing I'll just say, and then I'm ending that fucking video, dude. I wrote a serious one. I recorded it, and I fucking hated it. I showed a few people behind the scenes, and I'm like, this is fucking gay, right? And some people are like, no, it's cool, I like it. And I'm like, fuck you. So I woke up the next morning, and I just I improv'd. I fucking went back to the place, called my buddy, I'm like, dude, let's do it again. And I'm so fucking glad I released that one, because that, like, people are having a good fucking time with it. They thought it was a good time. Like, I can't imagine if I released the other one, it probably would have been fucking stupid, because I was just making, like, I was refuting some of the stuff some of the problems I had with it, and which wasn't that many, because I don't really give a fuck. I'm like, dude, you talk as much shit as you want about Trump. I really don't give a fuck. That I really don't care. You know, people are gonna be mad. They're gonna talk shit about the president. Fine, but it was just like this whole line in the sand, like shitting on fucking a lot of his fan base, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? So
you know, people asking you to drop the serious one now. They'll be like, drop that serious one.
I was actually gonna, cause sorry guys, I was gonna make it exclusive for my $5 patrons, cause you know, like I gotta give them something. I gotta give them something, because I'm supposed to be posting a little bit more on Patreon. I hardly ever do, and then when I do.
Have you seen Maker Support?
I just somebody tagged me in a tweet about that or something.
I just signed up for it. We're gonna see, but it's way easier to use than Patreon. I don't have supporters yet, but because I want to see what the interface is like. Because you know how Patreon like fucking loses your messages from your supporters, and then you're like, what the fuck? And they get all shitty because you know you don't have the emails because they're in your spam or whatever.
Oh, I see. I mean, I'll check it out.
It's pretty shit on Patreon.
I'll check it out, because yeah, Patreon. Hey, Patreon is a little. What's up? Oh, fucking hell!
Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. Let me see that. That's so good.
Like zooming on them hands. Yeah. That's fine. I totally forgot about that shit, dude.
Here's my two favorite parts. The face.
It's so stupid. The hands. What was happening? I don't even remember that. Like holding your hand. It's so strange.
Oh. Well,
what do you want to
here's the story behind this. I was taking a picture of Bunty, and Billy the Fridge was taking the picture, by the way.
Is that right?
All of a sudden, Derek came in to shake Bunty's hand, and it turned into this bromance moment right here.
Oh, fucking hell, dude. There you go.
That's so good.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to tweet that shit out, dude. What? I totally forgot about it. That's great. All right, guys. For reals this time. Have a good night. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the broadcast right now.